Yo, what's good? We're here. We're back. It's Hoops and Brews. It's your boy TPJ. Here with Pavy. We got a special guest today. Cam, go ahead, get your plug in, talk to the people.
Cam Buford, what's good in sports? Voice of the fans here. Sports writer, LA News Observer. Thanks for having me, fellas.
No, thank you. We appreciate you. Thank you.
I want to see what you guys are talking about, man.
No, thank you.
I heard a bunch of garbage coming out. Let's see if you guys talk about it today.
You can call it garbage. I don't care. I'm not backing down. PG's still better than Scottie. I'm not backing down. I'm never backing down from that. PG is better than Scottie.
PG better than Scottie.
He's better than Scottie. He's better than Scottie. Look, I didn't say he was greater. I didn't say he was greater. He's not greater.
He's better than Scottie today.
Player to player. He's
today. August 3, 2019. He's better than him.
Player to player.
Of course, obviously. That's not
player to player. Yes.
In their prime?
Yes.
I don't agree.
Yes, Scottie can't give you 28 a game in his prime.
By the way,
Scottie didn't have to give you 28 because he's locking down his defense.
Put the minutes, bro.
The minutes.
You got to put the minutes.
No, the minutes is right here. What you on?
Okay, I'm sorry. All right, go
Come on, man.
My bad.
What are you talking about? Scottie didn't have to give you 20. He didn't have to give you 28 a game. But his D surprised.
He couldn't.
The only thing
he couldn't. He didn't. He played.
Well, okay,
he played with.
Fine. Okay, but the 2 years that he didn't play with the guy, he still couldn't put up the numbers.
But the only thing,
the 2 years he didn't play with Mike, he still didn't put up the numbers though. So
what did he put up?
He put up like 22.
Okay, and you're asking for 4 more points? You don't think Scottie, if the intent was just to score points, you don't think he could have scored 4 more points in the game?
No, Scottie didn't have no package. What was Scottie Pippen's go-to move?
He
couldn't. Scottie Pippen's go-to move was cutting through the lane and Michael Jordan passing out of a double team or
was
that's not true.
Come on,
that's not true.
If that's the case, was there a problem with that?
Huh?
If that's the case, was there a problem with that?
Okay, so he could cut to the lane. He had a bank shot.
I'm saying if that was the case, I'll just take you at your word.
Okay.
What's wrong with that? And what was wrong with what he brought?
He's not better than Paul George. He's not better than Paul George.
Champion.
No, I didn't say Paul George was greater. I said player to player. Paul George is better than Scottie Pippen.
You're taking Paul
any
George
day.
The only thing
and Mike would take Paul George too.
Stop. The only thing Paul George does better than Scottie Pippen to score. In every other aspect of basketball, Scottie Pippen is a better basketball player than Paul George.
I don't know about
Paul
that.
George is a better scorer.
Yeah.
Scottie Pippen was never a scorer. Even like I said, Kawhi's a better scorer. Paul George is a better scorer. We can go down in line with small forwards who score better than Scottie. But again, Paul George can't facilitate like Scottie. He can't create like Scottie. He's not the passer Scottie is. Also, I think Scottie is a better defender than what Paul George is.
Paul George is exponentially a way better scorer than Scottie Pippen.
That's
Scottie Pippen and everything else is marginally better than Paul George.
Nah, I know.
He's not better than the
playmaker.
I would rather the guy. I'd rather the guy that on any given night could go out and give me 30.
And he can't in any way work with.
Wait a minute.
That's the number one option. I don't think he could do that.
Who?
Paul George.
Come on.
He can do it with Russell Westbrook because Russ take away the pressure.
On any given night, he can't go out and give you 30.
No, he didn't do it in Indiana.
I didn't say average 30. I didn't say average 30.
Did he do it in Indiana?
I didn't say average 30.
Just one night?
No, wait a minute.
Scottie can give you 25
I
on
did
any given
not
night.
say average 30. I said on any given
one night? Come on.
Yes, but Scottie can
every
give
night
you
you walk
25
into the
on one
arena,
night.
you're not expecting Scottie to drop 30. If Scottie dropped 30, you was like, yo, Scottie dropped 30 tonight. That shit was crazy.
No, G.
He dropped 30 is commonplace.
No, G. He could give you 25, G. Scottie could give you 25 on any given night.
And also, when PG was getting ready to hit his prime, he fucking broke his leg playing in the goddamn Olympics.
So he
wasn't there.
No, wait a minute.
He wasn't there.
I said he was going to his prime. So immediately he got set back then. So I don't want to hear what he did in Indiana. He literally broke his fucking leg the year he was supposed to be the best he had ever been.
That's a sign of what the guy can do. You're telling me he's
he came back and he's better than he was back then. When I thought he was going to be better than back then, he was better than Scottie.
No, he wasn't.
Yes, he was. Yes, he was.
Why he was.
What is your issue with Scottie?
Scottie taking that Pacers team to the conference finals versus
yes, motherfucker. He's in the Bulls team. Michael Jordan retired and he won one less game.
You're lying.
If he won,
Michael Jordan retired and he won one less game. Look at me.
Look at me. Get me kicked out. You're literally lying.
Michael Jordan retired and they won one less game.
You're lying.
Did you? Michael Jordan retired and they won one less game.
In that year with that Pacers team, with Roy Hibbert and Lance Stevenson on his team, he took him to the conference finals.
He took the Bulls team with B.J. Armstrong, Bill Conway, Tony Kukoc, Grant Hill, and them people there. What you mean, G?
What's your hold on with Scottie? Tell what's your history with Scottie?
He wasn't that great.
Are you
literally?
Bananas?
If he didn't play with Mike, Scottie would just be another good player. If he didn't play with Mike, Scottie would just be another guy. He's like, yo, he was like a 4 or 6-time All-Star. He was great.
That's great.
You're
a 6-time All-Star with Mike, wasn't he?
There's something else. There's something else. Did he steal your girl? Did he?
No, I ain't got nothing personal against Scottie.
You have to. I don't know with this rhetoric.
How? Paul George is just better than him. It ain't nothing wrong with it.
That's not true. First of all,
he is. He's the more evolved version, and he's better than him.
The what?
He's the more evolved version of him, and he's way better than him.
No, he's not.
Yes,
he didn't play defense like Scottie. He didn't play defense like Scottie. He wasn't a swingman like Scottie. Come on, he didn't lock anybody down.
Come on, man. Scottie was out there, locking down Stacey Augmon? Ooh, I'm scared. Come on, stop it.
My God.
Stop it.
He was DNF Magic in the 91 finals.
Ooh.
What you mean? Ooh, that's fucking Magic.
Oh,
so you're
spooky!
saying,
come on, G.
Spooky.
Don't do this.
We all
don't
come
do
on.
This.
Let's.
We all would.
I don't want to.
We all would. No,
I don't want to go down this road.
We all would.
I don't want to go down this road.
Let's go down the road.
James Worthy was hurt in that series. Number one.
He got hurt in the series.
So of course Mike and Scottie can skip and fucking key in on Magic.
He was locking them down when Worthy was on the court. Worthy wouldn't hurt the whole series.
Yeah, but let's not act like that was like prime Magic.
It was. It
wasn't Magic at his best.
Yes, it was.
Magic won his best to me in '91. Magic to me was his best in between '85 to '88.
You're lying. Magic was
that's your opinion. That's your opinion.
No, look,
that's
Magic,
your opinion.
Listen, Magic had.
I think Magic was his best between 85 to 88.
Stop. Magic.
Hold
on, stop. Magic.
Oh, he was still good.
Stop. Magic at that point in time was still shooting 90% from the free throw line. He had also developed the 3-point shot so he could step out and shoot the three. The only thing that stopped Magic was obviously the whole situation that happened. If that never happens, Magic played until like 96. He not Bird. Bird was dead by 91. Not Magic.
I didn't say that Magic was trash then.
He was still very good. He was like, it was what, a top 3 player in the league?
Top 3 player.
Yeah.
What the fuck you talking about?
So he didn't love
He's elite.
Huh? That was impressive to lock that guy.
It was cool.
It was
smooth.
When he said
let's be honest. Magic Johnson got the same offensive package as Lonzo Ball, except that he's 6'9" and that's it. Literally. He had the same offensive package as Lonzo Ball. He's just 6'9".
Get out of your house.
He had the same package as Lonzo Ball.
Get out of your house. Get out of your house.
Come on.
When the fuck do Lonzo Ball finish like goddamn Magic Johnson? You lying to your fucking self.
Lonzo not 6'9".
He's 6'6". Ain't got to do with finishing.
Lonzo not 6'9".
Magic ain't finished with finesse.
Lonzo not 6'9".
Magic ain't finished with finesse.
Like I said, come on, what package did Magic have? That's
a great one. He had a fucking hook shot.
The baby hook, he developed the jumper. He was shooting 3-pointers by the end of your career. What are you talking about?
Come on, man. Y'all got to stop this, bro.
You're right. You got to stop.
Scottie would have had a harder time guarding Dame Lillard in the series than he was guarding Magic. Yeah, and if you say differently, you're lying. Magic didn't have a package. All the guys
we just saw Iggy lock up Dame. No, stop. We just saw Iggy lock up Dame, but Scottie couldn't do it.
Iggy didn't lock up Dame. Dame locked up Dame.
Dame didn't lock up Dame. They played great defense.
Dame didn't lock up Dame the past 2 years. Dame got strapped up for no reason the past 2 years.
That's very disrespectful to the defense that your favorite team played. When Draymond hedging out, switching out on every screen, pushing Dame back because he coming up into his body.
Don't put that on Iggy. This is the team defense. Iggy got literally a steal at the end of the game, and now you're going to put the whole series on him? Fuck out of here.
The Warriors didn't play good defense on the man, so Scottie couldn't defend Dame?
Huh?
So Scottie couldn't defend Dame?
No, I didn't say he couldn't defend Dame, but I said he would have had a harder time defending Dame than he would have had doing defending Magic. Because Magic didn't have a package. Magic was just big, and that Bulls team back then was big as hell. Exactly the reason why you always say Shaq said he had to get big so he could defend with Lou and them guys.
Big. That's not that team. We talking about the
even
first
that team before. That team before the first 3 teams. It wasn't small.
It wasn't big.
It wasn't the Warriors minus Boogie. Was it the Was it the Warriors minus Boogie?
What you mean? For height?
Yes.
The Warriors got about the same amount of size.
Minus Boogie?
Yes.
They didn't have no size.
But fucking Looney, Bogut. That ain't size.
Bogut.
They were small.
Bogut
7 fucking feet.
Bogut been out the league the past 2 years.
You said size. No. Because the thing you said was size. Do they have the same amount of size? Yes. Klay Thompson 6'7". Steph Curry bigger than any guard that Mike was playing with. Point guard. Steph Curry 6'3". Klay Thompson 6'7", taller than Mike. At the 2 guard. At the 3 guard, you got Kevin the fuck Durant.
You didn't have Kevin the fuck Durant.
So you had Iggy. He's 6'8". Then you had Draymond. Okay, Draymond like 6'7". Then you had who was throwing that center back then?
There was nobody down low.
There was nobody down low for the Warriors. My point is, look. I'm cool on. I'm never questioning Scottie Pippen's greatness. Top 50 player of all time. One of the top 5 greatest defenders to ever play the game of basketball.
Top 50 players.
Huh?
How you gonna say
Paul George is a top 50 player all
you gotta cut
time.
the fan off.
Why?
Saying that the like audio is messed up.
What the fan got to do with it? The fan ain't got nothing to do with it. It's probably just off. I'm not. They'll be all right. They watch a live stream. I don't give a fuck about it. We doing hoops and brews. But no, I'm sorry. I'm not gonna give y'all that on Scottie. Scottie was never that hard to me. He never that hard to me.
Compared
to he was smooth.
He was
smooth.
Scottie Pippen was a much better player than.
It's not the fan. It's recorded in two different things.
Pippen was a much better player than Paul George. Yes, Paul George has to grow to get to that level still. And we'll see maybe in another 3 or 4 years, depending on what he do with Kawhi Leonard. Again, playing the number 2 position. Scottie was much better number 2 than Paul George, without question.
MJ the fan, Kyrie is also bigger than every single guard that was on the Bulls at that point in time. Somebody can say that you can say Kyrie's bigger than Steph. Yeah, he is. Kyrie is also bigger than every single guard that was on the Bulls in the first 3P. Mm-hmm. It's not like the Bulls was some mammoth of a basketball team. In the early days.
What does that have to do with Scottie? What do the point guards on the team have to do with Scottie?
I'm just saying.
Magic was 6'9", and you sit up there talking to me about the Bulls
and
point
guard. Did a great
and he had to guard that man.
And he did a great job on it.
And the man package, he didn't have a package.
That's so disrespectful.
He didn't have a package. There's nothing wrong with Magic. Magic's the greatest. Magic is the greatest point guard to ever play basketball.
So how can you say you don't have a package?
Because he didn't have an offensive package.
What you talking about? The package is getting to the bucket. His package is like basketball.
Come on, man. Stop
because
that.
Because he's 6'9", that helps.
That's one guy. That's one guy. Who else was Scottie locking down? That's what I want to know. Y'all name me one guy. Magic Johnson.
He made it difficult for Drexler. He made it difficult for anybody he had to play against.
Man, what are you talking about?
Anybody had to play against, he made it difficult for.
You're concerned here. I mean,
he made it difficult for Penny.
Who's Paul George locking down that had you believing that he's better than this 6-time champion?
No, I didn't say that he's better than Scottie defensively. I said he's a better overall player than Scottie, and he is.
He's not the playmaker that Scottie is.
He is.
He's not the playmaker Scottie is.
But he's an infinitely better scorer than Scottie Pippen.
Infinitely no.
Yes,
better,
he
yes.
is.
Infinitely no.
Yes, he is. You just literally told me Scottie Pippen's main moves was a cut to the basket and a bank shot. What the fuck is that?
And also, hold on, wait. It was more difficult. Look, listen. It was also more difficult to score the ball back then. If you put Scottie in the league right now, Scottie could get you 23, 24 points, bro.
No, you couldn't.
Yes, he could.
No, he couldn't.
He got you 22 back then.
Exactly. So you're asking his Scottie to get you another 4 points if you focus on that. Get out of here, man.
No, man. I'm sorry. And sorry y'all about the audio. I'm gonna try and fix it. It's on the live stream thing. It's not my fault. So forgive me. But what's the next topic, man?
I mean,
said whoever sold y'all this audio equipment is. That's hilarious. All right, y'all. It should sound better now. That's not me. We using some streaming software, and it's still in its beta phase. So in case you can't hear me, hopefully you can hear me now. We still using streaming software that's in its beta phase.
I'm still on this Magic
because it's in its beta phase. Wait a minute. So because it's in its beta phase, when we live stream, sometimes it'll refresh the audio inputs that are in there and make it sound bad. So sorry. It should be better. If it's still bad, fucking log out. I don't care. We doing Hoops and Brews. I don't give a shit about that live. Let's get it. You can be stuck on that Magic thing. Magic didn't have a great offensive package.
Wild.
He didn't. I'm sorry. He didn't.
I feel like
Magic is the greatest passer of all time. Great rebounder. Great finishing by the hole. He was also 6'9", and he did not have a great offensive package beyond 12 feet. And if you say he did, you're lying. You're lying. You are lying.
Prolific scorer, I'll give you that.
He did not have a great offensive package beyond 12 feet. And if you say he did, you're literally lying.
So
you're lying.
You're lying. Three by the end of his career. He wasn't shooting 3-pointers by the end of his career.
Come on, Magic was a 3-point shooter by the end of his career. He could pull one, but that means he was a 3-point shooter.
That's shooting like 36%. By the end of his career, he was shooting the 3.
Y'all are delusional.
You are delusional.
No, y'all delusional.
Gee, the man was literally, when he was 30 years old, shooting 38% from 3, taking 3 threes a night.
You got it right there?
Yeah. Taking 3 threes a night, 38%.
Come on, man. Come on, cut it out.
I feel like you need to go watch more Magic Johnson.
No, I'm sorry, but no.
Just watching basketball in general.
No, I'm watching basketball, and I'm telling you, Matt, you're not going to convince me of any different.
So are you ready to give Melo
the top 5 point guards in the NBA today all have a better offensive package than Magic Johnson?
That's fair.
Again,
all of them do. All of them do. He was never.
Fair.
So when you tell me that Scottie stopped him,
Lonzo Ball got the same package as Magic Johnson.
about what?
Come on, G.
About what? If Lonzo was 6'9", still playing point guard.
Touch around the rim, G.
Okay, fine. Okay, Magic had more touch than Lonzo, but still beyond that,
he had a better post game. He obviously shoot threes better.
Yeah, take that one back.
I don't know about the shooting.
You gotta take that one back.
I'm sorry about the shooting three. I'm not taking that one back.
You gotta take it back.
I'm not.
He just gave you clear facts.
I live and die with my takes. I'm not taking nothing back.
Y'all
heard what I said. I don't care. I don't care.
Slap the hell out you.
Exactly.
I hope he slapped the hell out you for saying what you just said. I hope he slapped the hell out you for saying what he just said.
I don't give a flying fuck. I would say this to Magic face.
When this is over.
You wouldn't say
that.
You would not.
I would say Magic, be real. Be real with yourself. Did you have an offensive package better than any of these guys that's top 5 point guard today? And he would say no. No, literally. This is why I'm saying what I'm saying. The reason why I'm saying what I'm saying is you talking to me about PG. Who is he locking down? These guys offensively are way better offensively.
PG couldn't lock down Magic.
Huh?
PG can't lock down Magic.
He would have a better time against Magic than he would against Dame, all these other small guys he got to run the face around. And if you say him different, you're lying. He would have a better.
He's still not stopping Magic.
Nobody's stopping Magic. Magic is one of the greatest basketball players of all time. Scottie ain't stopping Magic. So slowing him down and stopping him, he stopped the man.
He did a good ass job.
He stopped him.
He did a great job on him.
No. Did Scottie stop the man?
He made it very difficult for him.
In one series. And like I said, the man Magic is still not better.
Against him no other times.
He's not better.
He ain't matched up against him no other times.
He's not better. I'm sorry. PG, I'm sorry, bro. Y'all can be mad about it. Y'all have to deal with it.
You bananas on that one.
No, y'all go ahead.
Now he's running out the room.
Now
he's running out the room. Now
I got to change camera battery. Go ahead.
Okay.
But speaking, I mean, you just said the name Melo. Did you see Melo's first take interview?
I saw the interview. Yeah.
What did you feel about it?
Melo crying for a job. That's about all I thought. I didn't think it was much more than that. Melo did it to himself. He talking about he's just now learning that he is more than basketball. He's just now learning about the politics. How is Melo 30 years old?
35
and you just now learning about the politics of basketball, Melo. You should have figured this out when you had Allen Iverson as one of your teammates.
All right, come on, G. Don't do that.
No. He saw what happened to Allen Iverson.
He did see what happened to Allen.
If that was your guy,
that's fair.
If that was your guy, you saw how his career, good or bad, for whatever, better or worse, you saw how that ended. Yeah. He's crying for a team. He was there. In fact, he was crying as a Denver Nugget. If I'm not mistaken. Allen Iverson was crying.
Nah, he didn't really start like crying until like he got to
because he went back to Philly.
He went back to Philly and it was kind of over with then.
But there was some there might have been some tears. There might have been some tears as he's leaving Denver because that was his last true gasp, if you will. Yeah. So he saw what happened to him. You gotta pick up on that. You're 30 years old, 35 years old, and you're talking about just now. It's more than basketball. Come on, man, Melo, you're begging for a job. If he truly has some partners in the league, that would be your boy in Houston, CP3, LeBron James, right? Mm-hmm. Houston tried to pick him up. Well, for whatever happened, he turned around, threw the owner under the bus. And
I mean, I feel like the only guy threw him under the bus.
LeBron, however it happened, I could care less, really, to be honest with you. But I'm just, you asked me to comment on Melo. That's what I see. Melo lost me years ago when he punched a dude and then ran to the other side of the court. I don't know if you guys remember that.
He destroyed. I
don't know if you guys remember that.
Because I like.
But he ran to the other end of the court, though. It happened under one backboard.
In New York. He destroyed, bro.
It happened under one backboard, and then he ran clear to the other backboard, and then came walking back talking about, what's up? Like, dude, come on, Melo. Melo lost me right there.
Melo lost you when he lost the fight.
Because I was a fan. When he was giving you buckets, all the way back to Syracuse. Yep. He was giving cats buckets. Come on, man. He forced a trade from Denver, which was a good basketball team at the time. Forced that trade.
But he could have just signed.
He could have just stayed in New York. Stayed in Denver.
He could have stayed in Denver and then just signed when, just because The issue was that they had to trade so much for him,
right?
And like he had I think a year and a half left. He could have just played out the year and a half, and they just signed with played out the year, and they just signed with him in the summertime. And I think they would have had a cap space.
They would have had a much better team.
Yeah,
like come on, man.
Yeah, you still had the Melo and Wilson.
Don't cry to me. You want a spot? You can do anything. I mean, he had a chance to do whatever happened in Houston or whatever happened in OKC. I mean, they needed. OKC is crying for some buckets. I mean, especially on the second team. And then when he said, "Hey," in the press conference, "Hey, P," they said, "I'm gonna have to come off the bench." Yeah, nigga, if you want to play on this team and be productive, you're gonna have to come off the bench.
I mean, but at that point in time, like I didn't think that Melo needed to come off like you coming off of 22 points a game, bro. It's not like he was washed at that point in time when he came. He
wasn't washed, but Westbrook is doing his thing. Paul George doing his thing. You're number 3. The best thing for the team is for you to come off the bench. Yeah. Give us those buckets off the bench. In that scenario, that's the best. That would have been the best for the team. And he's laughing and joking about it in the press conference. Come on, get out of here. Come on, man.
So you feel no sympathy for Melo?
No, 0.
Zip. Okay, so for you, what is Melo's legacy as a basketball player?
Same as Chris Paul's legacy. He's gonna go in the
Hall of Fame.
Of course,
he's gonna be going to Hall of Fame.
First ballot.
Same legacy as Chris Paul.
Right about there. I mean, he's Allen Iverson 2.0. He's the same. He wasn't
AI 2.0.
He wasn't the game changer.
He's not AI 2.0. AI is revered by everyone. Everyone African American loves Allen Iverson.
Man,
if you don't like AI, you're white.
African American love.
literally, the only people who don't like AI are white.
In reference to basketball, in reference to on the court,
and in life.
In reference to on the court, his ending is very similar to Allen Iverson. The ending that we're seeing, and that's how I'm lumping the two together.
Fair.
As great players. I mean, they were doing Allen Iverson better. I'm not going to argue that. But the great players in the game just ended not how kind of you would think or you would hope the career would end. That's how I'm comparing it.
That's fair.
I mean, even Scottie.
And even Scottie
didn't go out sad.
Scottie won 3. He won 3 times in a row.
Scottie didn't go out sad.
He won 3.3.
He went kind of sad. He went out kind of sad in Portland.
Bro, I feel like Scottie
got beat by the Lakers. I mean, that team got beat. That was it.
Scottie,
and that was up in the air until the last 3 minutes of that
basketball. Until Kobe shook that man off the screen.
Until the last time of that series.
That was the last.
Until Kobe shook that man clean off the screen.
Once Kobe made that man lead the screen, that was the end of Scottie.
Again, that was 3 minutes ago, Game 7 of the Western Conference Finals.
But he played 4 more years after that, though. He came back to the Bulls for his last year. I feel like Scottie went out the way Scottie wanted to go out. Melo, I don't know if Melo gonna get signed. I don't think that phone ringing for Melo, bro. Which hurts me, because
Melo got to pick up the bat phone and call LeBron.
If they wanted him, they'd have signed him last year. If they really wanted him to be on the team, they would have signed him this year in this all season. I ask you the same question.
I mean,
how does Melo's legacy look to you?
I mean, I think he's one of the best scorers of all time when it comes to just getting buckets. I feel like top 10, top 5 when it comes to just flat out getting buckets. I think that he had
a category just getting buckets.
Huh?
Is that a category?
Yeah, bucket getters, just scorers,
just top 10
scorers, top 10 scorers. He got to be in there.
Top 10 scorers.
So I think that, and also I think that he wasn't privileged to play on some of the most talented teams. I think that when
himself,
kind of, sort of. I think that wait, real quick. I think that even if you look at his New York situation, right? Omari was an MVP candidate, I think, the year before.
I would have been hot if I was Omari.
I would
have been pissed. But Omari came back and was trying to get down. He was actually getting down. I'm not those Knickerbocker were the championship contenders. Don't get me wrong.
But he was MVP candidate.
He responded.
He started acting up though.
He was balling when they signed Carmelo.
Yes,
and then all of a sudden,
but
start sinking.
But if we remember, Phoenix let him go because they said he only had 1 to 2 more years left in those knees. And his knees, to be fair, his knees died. Yeah. His knees decapitated after that.
He was getting down though. He was getting down.
The first year,
his knees decapitated.
The first year, hooping. After that, down the drain in Denver, right? I think that when you gave Melo good teams, he gave you results. Even the team that I think won 54 games, but the issue with that team is it was all old. You signed Tyson over 30. Jason Kidd on his last leg. Iman tore his ACL. If you remember, JR was pretty much the only guy he could lean on all the way throughout.
On the Nuggets, Nuggets you're talking about, right? On Denver.
No, I'm talking about New York. And even on Denver, like when you gave Melo decent teams,
they changed that. They threw this squad away. That squad.
I feel you.
That squad was really damn because New York was all right. New York was all. They was all right. They was going in a good trajectory before they made the trade for Melo.
I feel you, but even still, if Amari doesn't go downhill, we might be having a different conversation. And if you remember in the playoffs, remember when Amari punched the glass and couldn't play for 2 games?
Yeah.
So, like, I feel like, yes, Melo did do certain things to himself, but also I don't think Melo was granted the same good fortune as other people. But that's also...
He kind of created that scenario.
Fair. Like, he could have went to Chicago. He had a chance to go. He could have went to Chicago.
How silly did it sound just listening to the interview when they were talking... Stephen A. asked him about, you should have been that third guy in Miami and not Chris Bosh. And he says, well, it was all conversation. Like...
The plan, yes.
That sounds silly. Like, that sounds like... somebody who's not truly engaged in the conversation.
Nah.
But I mean, how can these guys be literally talking about in conceiving a scheme to team up in Florida, and he's just in a room? He's just on the back of a banana boat.
I mean, that's the way it's always been.
But that sounds like somebody you're not comprehending the conversation.
Not have
okay, look.
He said he didn't understand what was going on. He really might not have understood the business of basketball.
Okay, look, this is the thing, right?
This your guy telling you this.
This is the thing with Melo. Like, I asked this question yesterday. I said, was Melo ever the second best player in his class?
The second best player.
His rookie year, possibly. Class. His rookie year, he might have been the best.
He was He was the first guy of that class to lead his team to the playoffs.
Yeah, his rookie year.
Yeah, but I'm asking. So you saying that was his?
Yes.
So.
His rookie year.
Was he the second best player of his class?
Yeah, what year was he ever the second best player in his class? He got drafted with Dwayne Wade, LeBron James, Chris Bosh, all those guys. What year was he ever the second best or the best player? He was the best player for 1 year, but what other year beyond that was he the second best?
09 when they went to the conference finals.
Okay.
I mean, but even still, you say that, but like D-Wade did have 30 that year.
And D-Wade also had a ring by then.
Yeah, yes, but I'm not even counting that. I'm saying like some of the thing about D-Wade is some of his best years came when the Heat were terrible. Like if he has those years and like they were good, he might win an MVP, and we might remember D-Wade a little bit. People might remember D-Wade a little bit differently because he might have an MVP. So I mean, I would maybe say that year, the first year, and the year when somebody messed up LeBron's unanimous MVP because one dude.
Nobody messed it up. Nobody messed it up. He didn't deserve it.
He did deserve it.
No, he didn't. He didn't deserve to be unanimous.
Okay, shut up.
He was good. He was great that year.
Well, anyway, that
deserved
year.
to be unanimous MVP.
So I would probably say
did he win 73 games?
So I would probably say the first year, and then the year when he led league in scoring.
Okay, I'm not upset at that, but like what? But in terms of even that, where was he in those years in terms of top players in the NBA?
Top 5.
Okay. Yeah. So it's like, so I mean, but yeah. So how will we remember Melo? Because I think it's over. I think that was like a last ditch effort, but I don't think that's going to work out for him the way he.
If it wasn't for his USA champion, his gold medals.
What you about to say?
Don't do this.
Don't do this.
If it wasn't for his gold medals,
but I was disrespectful about Scottie.
His gold medals what? He wouldn't what?
Melo, it'd be tough for him to make the Hall of Fame.
He's a fucking 10-time All-Star.
Melo better than Scottie to me. Player to player, Melo better than Scottie. Exactly.
No,
player to player, Paul George and Melo better than Scottie.
No.
Player to player. Mike telling me Mike would have loved to play with Melo?
Scottie played
defense.
Scottie played.
Young Melo played defense. Go back and watch.
Young Melo played.
What you mean?
Young Melo played.
Young Melo in the NBA against the top players used to play defense. He did. Night to night, he wasn't a great defender, but when he played the big guys like Kobe and Bron, all of them, he would show up. He would show up. He won a night to night defender.
But when you need him enough for me to consider his defense.
No, that's not true though. Because when he played Kobe,
conference finals,
he was defending Kobe. He used to defend LeBron. He would always take the other player's best defender. That was
ass a lot.
Yeah,
he would give LeBron drugs a lot of the time.
Yeah.
LeBron really couldn't guard Melo.
He would give him buckets because he was a bucket getter. Right?
Nobody could guard Melo.
Nobody could guard Melo.
Yeah, if it wasn't for his gold medals. Yeah.
If Dumars drafted Melo, what y'all think? I think that Melo would have a ring.
Yeah, if Dumars
and I think that
Melo,
the Pistons,
that would have been so sweet because
also
they needed scoring.
Exactly,
they needed scoring.
And I think that the Pistons probably would have had like 2 rings. Honestly,
they might have had. They won in what 2004.
They won in 2004. I think they would have.
They would have been better longer. They would have been better longer. I had 3-peat. They only won 1.
Here's why I say that though.
They needed that. He was that missing link. If there was ever a missing link, true defensive squad, they need to score. He would have been, and then he would have been looked at like if KD young cats just look at KD right now.
Okay, but this is a question that one of the fans posed to me. What do you think about Melo and how he would be looked at if Joe Dumars would have drafted him over?
That's what we're saying. Yeah, that's what he's saying. If that look would have been a lot different. It would have been much more similar to what KD.
I don't know
some cats look at KD in the last 3 or 4 years.
I don't know about
he would have been just a bucket getter. All they needed was scoring. They struggled. They were winning games 75 to 69.
We got to remember
85 to 70. Yeah. All they needed was his additional. As a rookie coming to the league, we're not going to get the 25 points a game. We're going to get 15 to 20. Yeah, that's all they needed. Was his 15 to 20.
At any time, Tayshaun was great defensively, but offensively,
again, the whole team. I'm having a brain fart. Rasheed Wallace. He just starts. He was slowing down.
Yeah.
Who else was they scoring? Rip Hamilton.
And Chauncey.
Yeah.
Rip. I mean,
he could come off screens, but you couldn't just dump Rip the ball.
He got every ounce of ability. He got every ounce of ability out of his body he could. Rip did. And then Chauncey, I mean, he was a scorer in college, but he was a facilitator.
Solid point guard. I
mean, he was a facilitator.
For me, we got to remember the Pistons went to 5 straight conference finals.
Right.
Realistically, I think if they draft Melo, they 3-peat. I honestly do.
But they went 5 from 2000 to 2005, didn't it?
No, I think it was like
2003 to 2006.
I think it was like 03 to like the year when LeBron destroyed him.
That was like 07.
But that Pistons team?
Yeah, but I think it was like 02.
They went 2 straight years, or did it?
No, they went to the finals 2 straight years. Yeah. I think they got the conference finals 5 straight years.
They did get to the conference finals
and only picked up 1 ring, and they made 2 finals appearances. I even think that they like for one they go back to back. I think they beat the Spurs.
But if
they draft Melo, I don't. And look, they draft Melo, but then I think the Heat had that ring. I don't think that the Heat get that ring.
And then in 2006 with
Shaq. I think the Pistons realistically could have 3-peated if they would have drafted Melo.
That would have been a game changer. That certainly would have been a game changer.
I don't know if they would have been enough to beat the Mavericks, but I feel you.
The Mavericks?
Yeah. Because he played the Mavericks.
D-Wade was barely enough to beat the Mavericks. The ref was just on the man's side. Huh? The ref was just on the Heat side.
Yeah, but you said D-Wade was barely enough to beat the Mavericks. I don't think
that team would be so much better than what
that team, man.
That team.
Melo.
I would have to see that. I would have to really see that work.
His 15 and 20 points.
But he's not going to 15 and 20. He giving you 24.
I'm just as a rookie.
He gave you 20. He gave you 20 as a rookie.
He came out
but he's not getting that amount of shots as a rookie.
Yes,
in
he
Detroit.
is. He's the best option.
Larry Brown being that coach.
He's the best option.
He was getting those.
He's the best option.
You think he would still be getting those with Larry Brown?
He's the best option.
I don't know if he would still be doing that with Larry Brown.
He's the best option.
You got Rip, you got Chauncey, you got Tayshaun. All those guys were decent guys.
They don't score better than Melo.
But they still need shots.
They needed
a scorer.
I'm not upset at that. I'm not upset at that. I'm not upset at that.
I don't understand what the hell they saw in Darko.
I mean,
I still don't. A big man. They were talking about replacing Wallace.
They just thought he would beat it. Everybody, everybody was literally looking for the next Dirk. Everybody was just literally looking for the next Dirk. That's what it was.
I don't even think it was that. That was because Dirk wasn't Dirk at that time.
Dirk was still very good in what was that? 04, 05?
He got to 03.
03? Dirk was still good in 03.
But he was. I don't think he was.
Yeah, but if you see Darko, you think Dirk is starting to be good. If we can put Darko with this team and we got Ben Wallace, because Ben Wallace was still fairly. He won.
That team was aging.
That team was aging, but Ben Wallace wasn't really that old. He still got a 3-year deal after that with the Bulls.
Yes, they won the next year.
Huh? No, that's no. That's what I'm saying.
Rasheed Wallace, Tayshaun Prince, that team. Ben Wallace wasn't. He wasn't.
They weren't aging.
No, Ben signed a 3-year contract after that. Then played with the Cavs after that.
He was in his 5th year though.
Who?
Ben Wallace.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm saying. No, but I'm talking about Sheed and all the other guys.
The
reason for drafting Darko is because you got Sheed. Sheed is a little bit older. You looking for that power forward, that stretch power forward for the future, and you got Ben Wallace. You already got somebody down there in the paint. Darko coming out of there, they was somebody. He was decent in the mid range. Yeah. They thought Darko was going to be what Phil saw in Kristaps. And it just didn't turn out that way.
But also, I think that.
Because if you think about Ben Wallace Ben Wallace playing with Kristaps Porzingis, holy shit.
But also,
you know what I mean? Think about that. But also, at that point in time, think about that.
But also, I think a lot of that is Larry Brown's fault. I think that Larry Brown didn't do the best job of nurturing Darko. I think they should at least put Darko on the floor more. I think we just had Darko at the end of the bench.
I think he was ready. I don't think he was ready.
But
that
you picked him second, bro. You got to give him a chance to see if he is ready.
Yeah, you can't
picked him second.
Second or third?
No, they picked him second. LeBron got picked, then he got picked, then Melo got picked, then Bosh got picked. Yeah, then Wade got picked.
Oh, they blew it. Detroit blew that one. Detroit blew that one.
But no,
because Melo's outlook is completely different. He plays with.
Because you got to remember, he's coming off a national championship. You could realistically come off a national championship, win an NBA championship, win another NBA championship, win another NBA championship.
I don't know if they three-peating, but
I think they three. They go to the finals back-to-back years, right? They went 04, 05, 06. The Heat go.
Who they lose to in 05?
Spurs. 06. The Heat go. They beat the Pistons to get there.
I know that adds a whole lot to their squad. I just don't know if that.
G,
I know the scoring adds a lot. I know because they were so focused on defense. I get it.
I'm talking about Melo giving you 21 his first year, second year 20, then they go to 26, then 28, then 25. I think if you put Melo on that team, they three-peat.
That's big. That's big. I don't.
It's a dynasty.
Melo's not that.
I don't know about three-peating, but I feel
on that team.
It makes them much more competitive,
formidable, but they're not.
All Melo got to do is literally go out there and get buckets.
Yeah, he didn't have to do anything else.
Nothing else besides get buckets.
That was it. I grant you that. I don't know if they three-peating because they didn't win.
They should have won that series. They should have beat the Spurs. They just left fucking Robert Horry open. Literally, they just left Horry open. They should have beat the Spurs. They should have went back to back.
And then the third year,
they lost to the Heat. And then LeBron came and scored all the points on them.
So yeah, there you go. So how did they?
They beat all those people.
With Melo,
they might go to the finals 4 straight years.
They beat the Heat.
Yes, and they beat the Cavs. While LeBron scoring 22 straight, we got Melo scoring 15 straight.
I would have loved to see that happen.
And also,
I would have loved to see that.
And also, Bron not scoring 22 straight if he got to guard Melo.
If he got to go, yeah, right.
He not scoring 22 straight.
Again,
that's gonna be a long night.
It's gonna be a long night. He not like literally. They probably would have went to the finals at least 4 straight times. Now I don't know they went all 4, but they at least get there 4 straight times if they pick Melo.
Jeez, Wiz.
I think that's one of the biggest questions in basketball history. I think one of the biggest questions in basketball history, bro.
No, it's not.
That's one of the. You talk about flops. That's one of the worst picks in the non-picks or non-drafts in the NBA.
Yeah.
I mean, we know the center out of Kentucky got drafted. Sam Bowie got drafted
with Mike, but I don't even blame that because that was more so injury. And Mike actually got hurt first. Like Mike actually got hurt before Sam Bowie.
He did. He broke his foot.
Yeah, and then I think Mike had an 80% chance of breaking it again, and just God bless the fact he just didn't break it again.
Yeah. Beer me, please. Thank you. All right.
Yeah. So, but that's Melo.
Moving on, me and this guy got into an argument yesterday.
Yeah.
Marcus Smart.
that one, but a different one on the show. I think in their primes, I think Kevin Garnett was a better basketball player than Tim Duncan. Your thoughts?
I mean, well,
I'm an idiot. That was definitely the wrong side. It's cool.
What constitutes? You think Kevin Garnett was a better basketball player than
individual
Tim
player
Duncan?
in their primes?
Yeah.
Now, obviously, the way it turned out, obviously Timmy got more longevity. If I'm ranking anything, obviously, like Timmy is gonna be
Did Timmy
above
really have
KG.
more longevity?
Yes.
Did he have long?
Yes,
He played
G.
20 years.
Yeah, but KG played a long time too.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
Timmy
but-
was still making
Yeah.
all defensive teams in like the 2010s. G.
Okay, I'm
KG
not upset
was
at that.
literally fucking up his stats. I'm gonna have to fight my kids one day because they gonna look at me and tell me KG wasn't that cold, and I'm gonna choke that man and body slam that man.
Yeah, I'm gonna choke that man and body slam that man.
KG was not better than Tim
The
Duncan.
law gonna be like, you going to jail,
I
man?
think he was.
He was not better.
I think as a basketball player, he was better than Tim Duncan.
He wasn't.
I think he did everything better besides score. I just think that he was
did
not
everything.
granted.
He wasn't a better defense.
I disagree with that. You gotta remember. You gotta remember.
I mean,
You gotta remember. Young Timmy played with David Robinson. No matter which one say about David Robinson.
And?
What you mean? Okay.
and so
What you mean? And?
So what do
you mean, and?
What do you mean? Tim Duncan.
See, now you sound like me, and you
Tim
just talk
Duncan
about
has
me.
a legacy on his own. Period.
Exactly.
No matter if you play
Thank
with.
you. I said that too.
Mono, he played with Tim. He
he-
played with the point guard.
So does
He's
KG.
on his own. No. What legacy?
Legacy.
So does Legacy
No,
Kevin Garnett.
Nah, fam.
Legacy.
He won one ring.
Okay. He won an MVP. Again, he was never
Once?
He was
Tim
never
Duncan,
blessed
how many
to play with
how
the
many
same
MVPs with Tim? Two?
He was never blessed to play with the same amount of talent that Kevin Garnett played with.
What? Then Tim Duncan played with you. Man.
Yeah. Tim Duncan played with,
Yeah,
period.
sure.
But I think that at their prime,
He didn't have.
Kevin
He
Garnett
didn't
was a better
play. He
basketball
didn't
player.
play. I'm not even gonna go that far because he played with some talent. Minnesota.
Not
was,
like fucking.
Minnesota. He didn't have the greatest European player ever. He didn't have that guy. He didn't have the greatest French player ever. He didn't have. That
He
guy.
also didn't have another Hall of Fame standing next to him half the time.
He didn't have
and David
he didn't
Robinson.
have- he-
I don't care how old he
No, he
was.
didn't play. He didn't. That was only a 2 or 3 year.
No, he played 5 years with David Robinson.
Okay,
He
five
got picked
out of
97.
20. 5 out of 20.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so 25% of the time.
Okay.
Get out of here.
What you mean?
Tim Duncan
Is yes, in their prime.
better defender.
No, he's not. Kevin Garnett's a more versatile defender than Tim Duncan.
Because he can switch and he can play the 4 and 5.
Yes.
He can play a 3. No, I disagree with you. How many defensive MVPs did
One.
Man of the Year?
I don't. Does Tim Duncan have any?
Does he?
It's a great question. I know KG got one with the Celtics. Tim Duncan
With the Celtics.
never has a defensive player of the year award. He's all defensive mad times though.
Okay, how many have more blocks? He was a better Kevin Garnett infested the team defensively, so it's hard to it's hard.
It ain't hard.
That's not.
It ain't hard.
That's not going to show up in any stats. So I understand where you're coming from. He was not. Tim Duncan was the greatest power forward ever to play. Then couple that with his scoring capabilities, and he played defense.
Cam, I just want to say thank you because I said all of this.
I mean,
I said all of this. Like
He has less
it's
blocks.
not a comparison.
Look. He has less blocks.
he has less blocks.
No.
than Kevin Garnett.
No. Timmy has more blocks.
Okay.
Rebounds. KG actually has more rebounds than Tim Duncan does.
Rebounds per game, or when
No,
you
I'm
say-
lying.
Yeah,
Timmy
okay.
got more rebounds.
Okay, enough said.
Steals. KG has way more steals.
He plays the passing lane much better, yeah.
Yeah. Offensive rebounds.
So he plays the
Timmy
passing
has
lane.
more.
He played the passing lane better.
He's a better defender.
No,
and
he's
even
not.
like,
He's not.
bro, even if you take their best years, right? Kevin Garnett's best year is 24, 13.5, 5 assists, 1.5 steals, 2.2 blocks. Tim Duncan's best year is 25.5, 12 rebounds, 3.7 assists, 0.7 steals, 2.5 blocks.
Tim Duncan did it better longer.
I'll give you that. But in their primes, just
like I said, if Tim Duncan was on a bad team, then he would be putting up them same
and
numbers.
if Kevin Garnett was on the Spurs, he would have the same amount of success.
I don't think so.
And that's a question. I mean, but it happened. It just so happened that Tim played with this. He played with it. I'll give you that. Kevin Garnett did not play with the same a high caliber coach as Tim Duncan did.
Coach or talent.
20 years.
The best player
there was some good talent.
There was some good talent, but it wasn't. But it wasn't what he had over there.
Stephon Marbury, what the hell are you talking about? You want to be the man instead of this guy here.
That's not his fault.
What are you talking about?
That's not his fault.
Dude,
then they gave him Troy Hudson. Now
I would have kicked him out of there.
Then they gave him Troy Hudson.
Sam Cassell was nice.
Cassell was nice.
Bruce Bowen was kicking people in the face to win.
Good.
He had Wally Zerbiak. And I don't know who the
Wally
fuck
was
playing.
hard. Stop disrespecting Wally. Wally was decent. Stop disrespecting
Wally
Wally. Wally was
exactly.
Wally was
and
Wally
who was
was a 6'7" JJ Redick.
And who was playing center for Minnesota?
Rosso Nasarovich.
There we go.
He didn't have.
There we go. Fuck you want me to do with that?
I told you I was a huge fan of that Minnesota team, but I still think Timmy was way better. I'm sorry.
When you gave KG his best team, he went to the conference finals and lost in 6 against the Lakers, who I think would have won the championship if Karl Malone didn't get hurt.
What was the best team?
03-04. They won 58 games. That was when he had Sam Cassell, Sprewell, Zerbiak, Troy Hudson. Was Alora with Candy starting? Okay.
Michael Olo Candy was starting?
Yeah. That team. I'd probably say the best player he played with is between Sam Cassell and Sprewell.
Sprewell wins that even though he was coming down the backside at that time.
Sprewell was still decent there.
He was decent, but like Cassell was giving you basically like 20 and 7.
That's fucking amazing.
Cassell was
fucking amazing. 20 and 7 is amazing.
Best player he played with.
Shit, LeBron wish he could have got 20 and 7 out of Lonzo last year.
I agree. It's the best player he played with. So when you gave him a great team, he gave you results. When they finally gave him a team, they gave him results.
I mean, I'm not that passionate about this to like be screaming about it, but I just feel that Tim Duncan was better. I'm sorry.
It's
better.
It's not really. It's a good question, but
it's
not really close.
It's close to me.
It's not.
In their prime, it's very close.
It's not.
I always thought Kevin Garnett in his prime.
It's not. Somebody in the chat room said Tim Duncan got 3 Finals MVPs.
That's
he got
dope.
2 MVPs.
That's dope.
And five rings.
That's dope. Rings are a team accomplishment. That's a team accomplishment. I don't base how good you are based on rings. It's a team accomplishment. Okay. The thing with Michael Jordan.
What? You don't? Then why the fuck is Scottie Pippen ranked so high to you then?
He's better.
No, he's not. He's not. No, he's not.
Hold on. And look.
Scottie is not better than Melo. He's not better than PG-13.
And look. Listen.
Scottie's not better than Melo.
No, he's not.
Listen.
Scottie not better than Melo.
And listen.
He's not.
What are you talking about?
Scotty's not better than Melo.
Yeah.
Player to player, Scotty not better than Melo.
So greatness? No,
but this is what I'm saying.
So
are we talking greatness? Are we talking greatness?
I had this conversation with Lambeer. Lambeer told me LeBron James was the best player on the planet ever.
Yes.
You're just looking at 5-10 guys lined up against a schoolyard, against a wall, or you saw play earlier in the game and who had the best jumper. That's all you're looking at. You're not looking at actually how you affect the team, how you impact the game. You're just looking at guys who you saw shoot a jumper lined up against a wall. I want that guy.
Yeah, but you saw Melo with one. But you saw Melo really with one great team.
Okay, so you're just saying his jumper was so good. I'll take him and build a team around him at any time in his career. That's all you're saying.
Over Scottie Pippen any day.
Okay, so
if you start the franchise, no. Okay, fine. Okay, go ahead.
You're just saying the guy with the smoothest jump shot.
No.
Compared against a 10 guys lined up in the wall, so you're tall, big.
Look at Melo numbers.
That's all you're talking.
Look at Melo numbers. Look at Scottie numbers.
If you're just gonna give me numbers, that's all you're talking about.
I watch Prime Melo. I love Prime Melo.
Okay.
Once Melo went to the Knicks, I did not like Melo no more.
Why? What changed? His game didn't change. His game didn't evolve. His game did not evolve. He was just shooting jumpers. Wait a minute. But so tell me.
That's exactly why I wasn't really a fan of Melo when he was on the Knicks. But wait a minute. He was still a perennial All-Star, and he still took his team to the playoffs a couple years.
Again. So why didn't you like him? There's a reason why didn't you like him?
Because
if he was still doing the same thing and he went to New York, why didn't you like him?
Because I liked his game better in Denver because he had a better team, so I thought he actually had a chance to win.
So
that series that they had,
the team does come into play, right?
No, wait a minute.
Remember that because I know this is in his argument all the time.
No, it's not. Put Scottie on them Denver teams. What the fuck they doing? Nothing. Nothing.
Scottie is. You're not acknowledging there's more to basketball than just scoring. and putting up buckets. That's what you're not acknowledging.
Scottie Pippen on them Denver Nuggets teams taking them to the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah,
Scottie is a better player.
You're lying.
Yes.
You're lying to me. You're lying. Scottie taking the 09 Denver Nuggets to the playoffs. You're lying.
They would have the best defensive team in the league.
I gotta clean it up. Come on, you're lying.
He's forgetting the front line was
lying.
Look, at that point,
lying.
look, at that point, you forgetting the front line would be Scottie Pippen, Marcus Camby, and Kenyon Martin.
Ooh.
Who's gonna score the ball?
Scottie and Chauncey and J.R. Smith off the bench.
I'm gonna keep
and
Nene. I'm gonna keep cleaning this beer that I just spilled.
Oh my goodness.
And Nene.
Oh my goodness. That Denver team.
You probably wouldn't even have to trade. Look. You probably wouldn't have to trade Billups for AI. You just keep AI.
Man.
And let Scottie play defense.
I said, who's gonna score?
I just told you who the fuck don't score.
Marcus Camby.
No, I
Kenyon
didn't.
Martin.
I said Chauncey Billups.
Marcus Camby, and Nene. You put Nene Hilaire on that list.
Yes, he can score.
And J.R. Smith.
J.R. Smith, Chauncey Billups, Scottie Pippen.
Was raw back then.
Scottie Pippen.
Y'all off that dope.
How we off that dope?
J.R. Smith was raw back then.
The man acting like prime Scottie can't score 22, 23 a night.
Yeah, exactly.
He's not offensively inept.
Exactly. That's what his misconception is that he's not MJ. He wasn't getting buckets like MJ. So
he ain't out there giving you like giving motherfuckers drugs.
Y'all wild.
MJ. So you say
you listen to this in the podcast version? I'm standing up mopping the floor right now, and they still fucking wilding. I'm sorry,
Man.
Y'all the homies, but y'all wild. I respect Scottie. Scottie is a great player. Again, with the mop in my hand, Scottie is a great player, but stop it.
Scottie is better than Carmelo.
Nah.
And better than PG. Go ahead and admit that. Go ahead and admit that right there.
Player to player, no.
Right there.
Is he greater? Yes.
You're wild.
He's one of the greatest players ever played.
You don't value defensive playmaking.
I do value defensive
Clearly
playmaking.
you don't.
Yes, I do.
So then what are we talking? Like Melo scored better. That's it. He's a better scorer. That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
We can test.
That's it.
Sorry, he's a better scorer and a better rebounder.
That's debatable.
No, it's not.
That's debatable.
I mean,
That's really debatable.
The stat, they may be close in stats,
You're
but
gross.
It may be close in
It's
stats.
not debatable.
There's a difference between a winner and a shot getter, a bucket maker.
Yeah, but
That's
yes. But if you talk to me about winning, y'all just said, team accomplishment.
Team accomplishment.
Stop.
Team
Y'all wildin'. Y'all wildin'. Y'all the homies, but y'all wildin'.
Impact
Melo
wins more than
impacted
the
wins.
others.
No, look.
Yeah, some
Melo
people
impacted wins. My thing is this, right?
So man, I spill half that beer on the floor.
When I discuss who's better player to player, rings are a team accomplishment. Like, yes, they mean something, but I kind of leave that out. The reason why I think Michael Jordan is the best basketball player to ever live is not just because he had rings. The motherfucker was averaging 37 points when he had nobody on his team. He get people on his team, he's still averaging 30.
Again, the rings have to account for something, and they're not the end all be all. It's a part of the argument.
Yeah.
It's a part of the argument because what you do in crunch in the playoff time matters.
Of course.
And if you lead your team if you take your team, for instance,
but your team gotta help you.
3 championships in a row.
Who did he take?
He didn't take them.
Michael Jordan strapped that man, put that man up in a car seat, and drove that man to them finals.
That's not true.
Michael Jordan.
Don't do that.
Even if you want to say Dennis Rodman, and
don't do that. No, don't do that. 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 Don't do that.
And so was B.J. Armstrong.
He was.
So was Steve Kerr. So was John Paxson.
Come on.
Mike played on great teams.
Come on.
Mike played on great teams. Mike played on good teams.
He played on great teams.
He played on good teams, and he elevated them to make them great teams.
That's what all you're supposed to do. You Mike. He played on good teams.
And along with that, Scottie was just good. He wasn't.
He was great.
He's not. No.
Scottie was a superstar.
No, great. See, Scottie was never a superstar.
Yes, he was. For 3 years he was. For 3 years he was.
He was never a superstar. 3 years.
From 93.
So Klay Thompson superstar?
No.
But Scottie Pippen not a superstar.
Scottie ain't better than Klay Thompson?
Wait.
He's better than Klay Thompson.
Okay, I swear to God I was going to run out this house.
Actually, is he?
Wait.
Is he really? That's an honest question. If I tell you I'm starting a franchise and who you want, Klay Thompson, Scottie Pippen, who you taking?
Scottie is better than Scottie. I mean, Scottie is better than Klay. I mean, Klay's.
I'm asking you a question.
Klay can't even dribble a fucking basketball, and this is the shit you want to ask us?
Can Scottie score 60?
He's working.
Can Clay dribble?
Can Scottie score 60?
Can Clay dribble?
Can Scottie score 60?
With somebody faster than
Can Scottie score 60?
Can Clay do it unassisted?
Can Scottie score 60? Can Scottie score 60?
Can Clay score 60?
Can Scottie score 60 assisted?
No.
Exactly. I don't want to hear it. Stop it. Go sit down.
Can Clay defend like Scottie? Can he play make?
Sit down.
Can he rebound?
Sit down.
What Clay do better besides shoot the ball?
Huh? He can play defense as good as Scottie?
No.
I swear to get the fuck out your house. Get out your fucking house.
No.
Get out your fucking house. Get out your house. Get out your house.
Like I said, put Scottie in this era with these guys. He gonna be he's not gonna be that great defensively.
Get out your house.
Because
what is your issue with Scottie?
It's not an issue with Scottie.
You got an issue with Scottie. You've been rolling with Scottie.
Yo, we gonna name this episode the Scottie Pippen episode.
It has to be.
What is wrong with you, G? What the fuck, bro? What the fuck?
Clay gets buckets. Clay gets buckets. He's not better than Scottie, bro. He's not better than Scottie.
You said Clay plays just the defense of Scottie.
He does.
He doesn't know.
No, Clay not better than KD on defense.
You're wild.
Clay not better than Iggy on defense.
You're wild. No, okay, the Iggy. I think Iggy is as good as Scottie on defense. Iggy to me is a top 10 perimeter defender all time. He in the conversation.
That's more of a debate than Clay.
Clay just getting started. You forget everybody.
He's fucking 30.
No, Clay ain't 30. Clay 26.
He's not. He's 30 years old. Clay ain't no goddamn 26.
How do you get?
Hold on, I gotta look that up.
You lying like a motherfucker.
I gotta look that up. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I thought Clay was 26. Clay Thompson is
29 right now. He'll
29.
be next year.
Okay, all right, okay. I'm not upset at that. So what? But when you say players prime start,
27 to 31.
exactly.
But
So
he got hurt, so he missing the year of his prime.
Come on, man.
He is. He missing the year of his prime. He got hurt.
And he still got 3 of them things.
Okay.
It's still
he's not better than Scottie.
As long as it's a debate, I'm not wrong.
It's not a debate between Clay Thompson and Scottie Pippen.
It's a debate.
You throw any garbage like that and you call it a debate.
No, I'm just saying.
You say you're not wrong.
No, I'm just saying as long as it's a debate, I'm not wrong.
What's your fans say? Scottie versus Clay.
Like, don't get me wrong. They say Clay a better scorer. That's it. Kyrie was giving Clay buckets. Kyrie would give Scottie buckets. Kyrie would have Scottie ass slapped all over.
We're talking about a top
all over the UC.
We're talking about a top 5 scorer in the league right now today.
Who? Kyrie.
So we're talking about that. We're talking about a top 5 scorer in the league.
Scottie Pippen ain't never guarded nobody that can score 39 in a quarter.
Again, we're talking about a top 5 guy in the league.
Scottie Pippen ain't never guarded nobody that can score 39 in a quarter.
He got Michael Jordan in practice.
In practice?
That helps a whole lot.
I don't want to hear that shit. He was probably playing on the first team with him in practice anyways.
Come on.
He guarded Bird. He guarded Dominique.
Don't mention Dominique.
Fuck you mean? Dominique better than Scottie.
Don't mention Dominique.
Now look.
Dominique not better than Clay. He not better than Clay.
Yes, he is.
He not better than Clay.
Yes, he is.
Dominique is not better than Clay.
Yes, he
Dominique
is.
not better
Exactly.
than Clay.
Yes, he is.
Lie to yourself.
Lie to yourself.
Look. Even he know. Even Cam know. Even Cam know. Yeah.
I don't know if Dominique was victory.
Have you lost your fucking mind?
Dominique bring that to the
victory.
Have you lost your mind, G? Have you lost your mind? Have you lost your mind?
I am Grant Vlog saying Scottie is Tony Allen.
Have you lost your mind? I will call my father right now.
And guess what?
Have you lost your mind?
I got mad respect for Mr. McCoy, but I would tell Mr. McCoy you're wrong.
Dominique scored. He would play defense.
Exactly. Stop it. Exactly. Stop it. And Dominique is a scorer, but still, in a game for my life, if I need 60 points, give me Clay over Dominique.
Dominique scored.
If I need 50 points, give me Clay over Dominique. If I need 40 points, give me Clay over Dominique. If I need 30, give me Clay over Dominique, because Clay can give me 30 quick.
Clay plays defense and he puts buckets.
You've never seen Clay on his own team to know the defense he would play if he was the number 1 scorer.
You never saw Scottie on his own team.
How the fuck is that irrelevant?
Scottie was still on his own team. That was still Mike's team.
You saw him play
on his own
team. You saw him play a year and a half with his own team.
That's the equivalent of Russ. That's the equivalent of Russ dragging an OKC team to the playoffs.
That's why he won MVP. Huh? That's why he won MVP.
How's that equivalent to that?
Because it was still KD's team. They had to build the team.
KD is gone.
No, but they had to build the team the year after around Russ, which is when they brought in PG
You're missing the point. The point is you see.
All I'm saying. What are you saying? When did Scottie have his own team? I'm saying, when did Scottie really have his own team?
93 to whenever Mike came.
Yeah, exactly.
And he got him to a game in the conference finals.
They were game, yes.
They were game
finals. They were game away from the
Steph Curry.
Conference finals.
So
Steph Curry, what? They played the Rockets.
Huh?
They played the AFC. They played 2 weeks without the man. They won 73 games. They should win the damn series.
They was the Bulls. They should win. They should win it next year if Mike gone. Scottie Pippen, he a top 50 player all time. Y'all telling me he better than Paul?
And they did. And they did what they should have did.
They won. Yeah, they
lost to the Knicks, who were the best team in the league.
If the ref didn't cheat them, they'd went further. So that was clear non-foul that they called a foul and there was a game changer. I don't know if you remember that, but not.
I wish they had the challenge flags back then.
Well, they should have.
So then Scottie would have got his ass swept up out the finals, and y'all would never be able to talk to me. But he got the finals
again. He still got the team there.
And Melo got his team to the West Coast.
Not everybody. They was expected that the Bulls aren't going to be what they were without MJ.
Yeah.
And then so MJ amounted for anher.
All I'm saying is no disrespect to Scottie. He just
there's a lot of disrespect to Scottie.
No, it's just there's better players now. They're evolved. Literally, Larry Bird got up.
That's true. A lot of players are like what Scottie is today.
Yeah, but they're better.
You want that 3-and-D guy today. You want that Scottie Pippen clone today.
But Cam, some of them are better. There's nothing wrong with that. Paul George just named you guys. Kawhi Leonard better than Scottie.
Yes, that's
easily.
Fair. That's
Kawhi
fair.
Leonard is easily better than Scottie.
Stop it now. Okay, stop it, G.
Easily
stop
better
it, G.
than Scottie.
Stop it, G. Stop it.
Kawhi Leonard was better than Scottie as a defender 2 years ago.
Stop it, bro. Look. That's where I gotta stop you. Stop it.
Come on, man.
Stop it.
I mean,
stop it.
They're close to the same player. They're close to the same player.
Kawhi close to the mic, then he close to the Scottie. Kawhi is a 6'7" Michael Jordan with no hops. Scottie Pippen is a 6'7".
So okay,
Paul George with no offensive game.
So I'm gonna use your own term back against you,
but a little bit better on defense.
I'm gonna use your own term back against you.
Go ahead.
You brought up the term you used earlier. Offensive package.
Yes. Oh shit.
Come on, what you talk about?
Scottie.
Say it.
Scottie's package.
Oh Lord.
Is not very different
than whose?
Than what Kawhi brings to the table. Not very different. I don't lost both of them, bro. Explain to me where I'm wrong. Explain to me where I'm wrong.
Cam, you just
explain to me where I'm wrong.
You literally just told me I was wilding like 10 minutes ago, and then you follow it up with the most blast. Come on,
I was on your side, bro. I was 100% on your side. But now you lost your damn mind.
You lost. Listen.
No,
listen.
Explain this shit how, bro.
How?
I'm gonna tell you guys both the story.
Okay, tell us the story, bro.
In June finals, game 3 and 4, I went up to Oakland, covered the game.
Yeah.
I'm literally looking at the stat sheet.
Okay.
We get the stat sheet every quarter.
Everybody's saying he not lying. Oh my God, come on.
I'm looking at the score sheet in the third quarter. Happened game 3 and 4. I'm wondering where number 2 is.
Yeah, okay.
I'm wondering where the number 2 is.
Kyle Lowry should have won Finals MVP.
Oh my goodness gracious.
He should have.
I don't know. Where can I go? Yeah, where can I go? If you say Kyle Lowry should have won, no.
Sorry, fans. Have to turn the AC on. It's hot as hell in here.
In all seriousness, I'm looking for the impact of the game. His impact came on defense. His impact came. I'm looking for number 2 on the stat sheet. I'm telling you, this happened game 3 and 4.
He averaged 30 for the series.
He did.
Scottie ain't never averaged 30.
The team wasn't built around Scottie. This team was built around.
You put Scottie on that Raptors team, they're not making the conference finals.
Okay, that's disrespectful.
They're not beating Embiid. Kawhi's literally one bounce away from losing to the 76ers. One little boom, 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 boom off the rim.
I don't think he takes that bounce if Scottie's on his side.
Because Scottie ain't even getting a chance. Jimmy Butler locking Scottie Pippen ass up.
Jimmy Butler.
Jimmy Butler locking Scottie Pippen ass up.
Goodness gracious.
Literally, the year Mike was gone, and they lost to the Knicks. They lost to the Knicks. That Bulls team would not have beat that 76ers team last year. They wouldn't have beat that Bucks team last year. You're wild if you think they would have.
I mean, that team no,
they wouldn't be either one. They would have been either of the top 3 teams in the East last year. Exactly. Like no, Scottie was not that hard. He was great. He is a top 50 player all time. But stop acting like the man was some kind of fucking dynamo. He was a defensive dynamo. That's where it ends.
Stop it, G.
Kawhi Leonard. Okay. So where's Kawhi Leonard in terms of offensive players in the NBA? Top what?
Offensive players in the NBA? Come on, I need to see a list, but I'm not thinking.
No, I'm saying
I'm not thinking scores
off top. Okay, fine.
When it first comes to my head, I'm not thinking it's Kawhi Leonard.
Really?
No, Kawhi Leonard he's a team player, but he's at the upper echelon of what team player. His package is not different from Scottie Pippen. He gets you buckets. The team. When I say that team, the Raptors were built around what Kawhi Leonard does best. Okay.
Yeah, which is put you in the mid range, ISO you, get you open threes, and let you drive to the and let you get
screens and slash to the bucket. Scott, if that team was built around Scottie Pippen, you're exactly right when you say that was MJ's team. That was built around MJ.
Yeah.
And Scottie was making that system work for him. He wasn't Michael Jordan, but he stepped in a role and made that system work.
He stepped in that role, averaged 22.9 points per game. Unimpressive. Kawhi did that shit like 3 years ago. I'm unimpressed, Scottie.
What did Kawhi average this year?
I don't even know. 27. Scottie in his dreams.
We're talking about a couple buckets. We're talking about 3 buckets.
A couple buckets is hundreds of buckets. That's a lot of points.
Again, through the season, we're talking about a couple. We're talking about a few.
You sound
buckets.
like Pavy when he argued me that Brandon Ingram 18.9 was close to 20 points per game. It wasn't that close. That's a lot of buckets.
That's 2 points.
It's a lot of buckets. You got to get to raise your average 1 point. This man Scottie at his
3 buckets. We're talking about 3 more lanes.
No,
we're talking about 3 more lanes.
But Scottie at his peak averaged 22.9.
Again.
What was the last year Kawhi averaged less than 22.9? I'm sure you can look it up.
The team wasn't built around my man, is what I'm telling you. This team,
the Spurs weren't built around Kawhi.
The Toronto Raptors were built exactly. So he averaged 17 a game that year.
No, he didn't.
He won an MVP. When he won an MVP, he averaged 17
as he say, if Zaza wouldn't have took the man out of the
again.
Okay, last time Kawhi averaged 21. Well, was 2015, 2016.
We're not counting when he played 16 games. I'm not counting that in.
No, I'm talking when he played 72 games. He averaged 21 points. And next year 25. Then 16, then last year 26.
Scottie dreamt about averaging 21 every
we're
year.
talking about 4 points. We're talking about a 4.
Yeah, but we're also
talking about 2 buckets away, 2 lay-ins away. Come on,
I mean,
man.
Scottie, like, look.
The game wasn't just.
I mean, like, look. Scottie averaged what? 91, 92, 21, 92, 93, 18. The next year 22. Then
94, 95. What was that?
94, 95, 21.
Then
come on, the 72 and 10 year, 19. Then 20. Then 19. Then it was over with.
Kawhi averaged 21 in his 5th year and ain't looked back since.
It's not about, again, you have to start just getting up.
So did Scottie.
But I watched
Scottie did too.
What?
21 in his 5th year.
And then did what after that?
You can't just
18,
talk about...
then 22, then 21, then 19, then 20.
That don't sound like 25, then 26.
The game is not totally about buckets.
Kawhi Leonard is 2-time defensive. Kawhi Leonard got more defensive player of the year than Scottie Pippen?
Okay.
Yeah, because he playing with Mike. What? He is.
I mean,
he playing with Mike. They not gonna give
Mike got one defensive player of the year, and that was before Scottie Pippen was drafted. Stop it.
Okay.
Stop it.
He's still playing with Mike.
Stop it.
And I think Scottie on the team.
The game's not totally different. Is the point I was making. The initial point I was making. Their game is not that trend. They're not that much different.
I disagree with you, but I disagree with you strongly.
Okay.
I disagree with you as strongly as you disagree with me about Paul George being better than Scottie Pippen. But that's your opinion. I'm not mad at it.
I understand what you're saying, but I think that Kawhi has more evolved ways to score than what Scottie did. I think he has better footwork. I think his jump shot's a little bit better. But again, I don't think
a little bit better.
But again, I don't think that Scottie Pippen is offensively inept like he thinks.
He was, bro.
No, he wasn't. G.
Take away passing the ball.
He just averaged G.
Give the man.
Why on this with Scottie?
Victor Oladipo scoring 21 a game. I'm supposed to give Scottie Pippen accomplishments for that.
Victor Oladipo ain't a scorer, bro. Come on, my G. You're insufferable.
No, that's his. No, but listen. No, wait a minute. That's literally his only job.
Who?
Victor Oladipo.
So that makes a difference, right? That makes a difference, right? When it's your only job.
No.
And the squads and the teams are built around you.
What's Paul George's job on his teams? To be the primary scoring option and the primary defender. What's Scottie Pippen's role on the team? To defend and clean up Michael Jordan's garbage.
When was the last time he was a primary scorer and a primary defender?
Who? Paul George? Last year. The past, his entire career.
I mean,
his
entire career, Paul George has been the primary scorer and primary defender. Russ is the primary defender? Russ can't guard. He can't guard a couch.
Can't or doesn't.
He What's the difference?
He has too much offense responsibility on him.
What's the difference?
He has too much offense responsibility on him to be able to go out there. He gonna lock people down every game. Like
I got homies that can do drugs, but that don't mean they do drugs. But my homies that do drugs, they do them because they can.
He has too much offense responsibility on him night after night to go out there and try to play all world defense.
What you mean? It's still a choice though. He's choosing not to play defense
because he's tired.
Therefore, he is not a good defender. Therefore, he is not a good defender. That's bullshit.
That's
bullshit.
That's not accurate.
That's come on.
Because you don't doesn't mean you can. That's not.
When have you seen him do it though? I haven't seen Russ play defense in the past half decade.
That's not true.
Who?
But also,
when the last time you seen Russell Westbrook slap the floor, lock down on defense? You like, yo, he finna shut somebody down.
I mean, when the last time Russell Westbrook hasn't had probably, I would say, top 3 offensive responsibilities in the league?
Last year?
He averaged a triple double. He still had to go out and give you 10 assists. Paul George actually had it easy. All he had to do was score.
Oh yeah, that's it.
Russ got to actually go out there and set people up, get 10 assists, get 10 rebounds.
So speaking of Paul George, since you so elevated about what is and you two about Kawhi, this package, they should go 82-0 right now.
They're not going.
Paul George and Kawhi Leonard.
No,
they might go 82-0 with Jerry West with
They're winning 63 games. The Lakers are going to win about 52, maybe 53. And the Warriors are going to win 55, 56. I think the Rockets are going to win around. I don't think you guys really understand the like how much the Warriors gain when they got D'Lo. Like everybody looks at D'Lo as a throw-in. D'Lo is not a throw-in. Like Steve Kerr elevates his players. Steve Kerr is not a pass.
So he's about to be an all-star this year?
I wouldn't be shocked. The only reason why I would say I can't say for sure is because of the fact,
the West is loaded.
Is because the West is loaded now.
But
wait.
You're saying they're going to win 55 games. You saying the Golden State Warriors are going to have a higher seed than the Los Angeles Lakers?
Yes, in the Western Conference next year is literally in the Western Conference next year is going to be the Clippers are going to have the number 1 record with like 63 wins. The Warriors are going to be second with like 56 to 57 wins. The Lakers are going to be third with like 53. The Rockets are going to get around 51, 52 maybe. And then after that, you probably will have like the Jazz. The Kings, I think, will be in the mix.
Fuck the Nuggets, huh? Fuck the Nuggets, huh?
I was waiting to hear about that.
I think that the league is going to catch up with the Nuggets.
I think they catch up to what? The
Jokic.
number 1 seed in the West next?
No, to Jokic. I think Jokic last year showed you things in his game that now you have to literally every single night account for.
What, passing?
No, not passing. Jokic is an all-around beast. Jokic can score, he can pass, he can facilitate.
Best center in the league.
He can't defend. He's not the best center in the league. Karl Anthony Towns still exists. He might be timid, but he's still Karl Anthony Towns.
You got Karl Anthony Towns.
Jokic is better than Cat. Stop that.
Come on.
Jokic is better than Cat. Stop. I'm sorry. Cat is better than Jokic. Yes, he is. Put Jokic on that Timberwolves team. They're not making the playoffs.
No, he's not.
They're not making the playoffs.
What does that mean?
Put Jokic with Wiggins.
Good.
Wiggins still gonna be trash. Wiggins
ain't trash though.
No, huh?
Wiggins ain't trash though.
Put Cat on the Nuggets team. They're literally contenders for the championship.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
No, I mean, they was contenders last year.
No, they weren't. The Nuggets were never contenders to me. I told you that a million times.
They won the West.
They weren't contenders. They were never contenders.
So when you have more teams, more wins than any team in the strongest conference in the league, that doesn't mean you're contenders?
No, you're not contenders. They were all still babies. None of them had any real playoff experience with the exception of Paul Millsap. I've called Paul Millsap Paul Midsap forever because I can't depend on that man to do anything. The Nuggets were a good team. They are the same thing with Melo. If they would have drafted a Melo, which they did, but his back is hot. Shout out to hot back Michael Porter. If Michael Porter Jr. was healthy, then I would have felt you. They might have been a threat because even his 15 a game could have put you over the top versus a team like the Blazers or a team like the Warriors.
So because you have now, Porter should be healthy this year.
And I don't think so because they claim that he got nerve issues in his foot from his back issues. So therefore, I can't depend on Michael Porter Jr. You just gave Jamal Murray a huge contract. Gary Harris Jr. is under a big contract.
The same team is coming back, though. Huh? The same team is coming back.
Yeah, they're coming back, but the rest of the league now has had a full
experience.
Yeah, but the rest of the league has had a full year to scout them. Jamal Murray is not a number 2 option to me. He's a number 4 option to me. Like Melo said on the Thunder, he's like, I wasn't even the 3rd option. I was the 4th option. Steven Adams was the 3rd option. If you're looking at the Nuggets, the top 3 options, if you could really choose them, it's probably Jokic, it's Millsap, it's Hotback, then probably Murray.
So you have them sliding from number 1 in the West to what, number 6?
No, it's like number 5, number 4, number 5. I wouldn't be surprised they had a better record than the Rockets, but I think that the Rockets are going to be a 3-4 team. And I think that the Nuggets, if they have a 3-4 team, I'm cool with that. But it's either going to be the Nuggets, the Lakers, or the Rockets that are going to be the 5th seed. They're not going to get any higher.
The Rockets got a chance to win in the West.
No, they don't. No, they don't. Russ can't shoot, and I love Russ. Russ my guy. He can't shoot.
It don't matter. He can get to the rim.
He can't shoot, and he ain't been making free throws.
What did they finish last year?
Who?
The Rockets.
The Rockets finished 5th, and OKC finished what? 4th?
They finished 4th.
They finished 4th? The Rockets finished 4th?
They might have finished 3rd, no?
OKC finished 3rd, right?
No, the Jazz finished 5th.
The Jazz finished 5th?
Yeah.
What OKC finished 7th?
Does last season count for anything to you?
Because the Blazers were 3rd.
What they did last season, did that matter? Like
OKC finished 6th in the West last year.
The Warriors won the West. The Nuggets were 2nd. The Blazers were 3rd. The Rockets were 4th. The Jazz was 5th. The Thunder was 6th. Spurs 7th. And Clippers were 8th.
Is Russell Westbrook better than Chris Paul? Today.
Yes. But also, no, wait a minute. What was the thing that killed the Rockets in Game 6 last year?
All right, well, hold on.
Focus.
And what else?
Focus.
That's not.
They couldn't score.
And what else?
They couldn't score.
No, and what else?
Focus.
And what else?
Focus.
And what else?
Nothing else besides
them choking at the free throw line.
No, focus.
Them choking at the free throw line.
Focus.
Them choking at the free throw line.
That's focus.
It's not focus.
That's focus.
It's not focus.
Listen, bro.
If you can't hit pressure free throws, you can't hit pressure free throws. It ain't about focus.
Listen. Harden missed 6 free throws. They lost by 6 points. That's focus. Harden shoots 87% from the free throw line. This man went out there and shot 55 in Game 6. That's focus. Focus killed the Rockets. Nothing else besides focus. They did not have the mental
So
fortitude.
Russell Westbrook was focused last year or the year before in the playoffs versus Ricky Rubio and all those guys?
Yeah, he was fine. Why do you no? Why do people ignore that Paul George had more turnovers than points in Game 6 and Russ had 44?
Paul George ain't the answer, but
why do people ignore that? Why does everybody dump that on Russ and not realize in a closeout game he had 44 points?
Because Russ is the former MVP, not Paul George.
Motherfucker, my co-star has more turnovers than points. What do you want me to do?
Go out and win the game against the Jazz that can't score. It's a team that can't score.
My co-star has more turnovers than points. G, my co-star has more turnovers than points. What do you want me to do, G?
Be the MVP.
He had 44 points.
Be the MVP. The same. No. You heard me. I sat here for weeks after the finals and during the finals and told you Steph Curry should have been better during the finals.
Wrong.
I wasn't wrong.
He scored 47
I wasn't
points.
wrong.
You want to
know why I wasn't wrong?
You were.
You want to know why I wasn't wrong? Because the man literally said on his own Facebook show after he missed a shot, he said it was a tough shot, but I still wish that I would have made that shot.
What the fuck else he supposed to say?
You want to know what that means? He criticizing himself and he taking it on the chin as a man to be like, I should have been better.
Of course you gonna say that.
He should have been better.
How?
He should have been better.
It's a team game.
He should have been better.
Of course you gonna say that.
He should have been better.
Of course you gonna say that. It's still a team game.
And you mentioned to me one basketball game when the team lost the series. It's the first 2-4, not the first 2-1. First 2-4. 2-4.
Back to the original question.
Fuck out of here.
Is Russell Westbrook better than Chris Paul?
Yes, he's a better player than Chris Paul.
I can't fucking wait till the season starts.
I
hope the Warriors
for that reason alone.
And I hope the Lakers suck too. 80 Brittle and LeBron Brittle.
I hope they fucking
80 Brittle and LeBron Brittle.
I swear to God, I hope they trash.
80 Brittle and LeBron Brittle.
I hope everybody cut a promo on Steph Curry and D'Lo in the backcourt all fucking season.
And guess what? They're gonna be getting sauced up. They're gonna be getting sauced up all season long.
I swear to God,
they're gonna be getting sauced up all season long.
I ain't never wanted the NBA season to start so much. I can't fucking wait.
And guess who's gonna win most improved player next year?
Boom.
Alec Burks.
He might.
Exactly.
Like
so we
Alec
good.
Burks.
So we fucking good.
I like Alec
We
Burks.
good until Clay come back. We good, fam.
I like Alec
We
Burks.
good.
I like
Alec Burks gonna win. Alec Burks gonna win most improved player of the year.
The Warriors signed him?
Huh?
The Warriors signed
I actually
Burks?
think.
Yeah, he signed. Yeah, exactly. They signed Burks.
I actually think
see, we adding depth on the low.
I actually think
There's still a lot of people out there that
I
steal
think
some
most
depth.
improved player might actually be Jason Tatum.
No.
Yeah,
He's in his second year. You don't win most improved player in your third year. No, he's going into his third year.
Going into his third year.
Yes, you do.
Yes.
You can't win it in that. I think it might be
because they were pretty bad last year. They were less than expected last year.
Yeah, but Kimba
Isn't, like,
Kimba's still gonna be that guy though.
Didn't
No?
Siakam win it? And he in his third year.
Also, shout out to the homie Iron Graham Vlogs. He said Harden would drop 30 on Scottie easily, of course.
I mean, Harden dropping 30 on anybody.
Yeah, well, I mean, come on.
Harden dropping 30 on Mike?
Yes.
Okay.
Fuck Mike gonna do?
Right.
Mike had 40.
Mike might have 40.
Exactly. Like Mike might have 40. He gonna like, Mitch Richmond to giving Mike buckets.
Scottie too.
Yeah, it's Mitch Richmond. He can score.
But Clay can't get Scottie buckets. But PG can't get Scottie buckets. But y'all telling me Magic Johnson having a subpar series when James Worthy one day and they can just key in on Magic Johnson the whole series was somehow the Scottie Pippen raised from the dead and took Magic Johnson out of the game. Stop that, man. Like y'all just keep proving my points as we go further along.
No, because neither one of them want to score like James Harden is. PG can't score like Harden. Clay can't score nowhere.
PG can't score like Harden, but PG like what, a level and a half below Harden?
No, like 4 levels below.
Yeah, how many levels Scottie below Harden? Like 80.
That's fair.
Exactly.
That's fair.
Exactly.
That's fair.
So the Rockets will be better because Westbrook is better than CP3. That's why they're going to be better.
I don't think so.
What the Rockets wasn't their point in the series or point in series, the game winning series, the game deciding series, where they went 0 for 23 or some shit like that.
Yeah, but their offense
they're not doing that with Westbrook on the squad.
But their offense
that's not happening.
But their offense has to completely change with Russell Westbrook on the squad.
No, it doesn't.
Not really.
What are you talking
No,
about?
it doesn't. You take it. Who else need to dribble?
But Russell's not but this is the thing. This is the part that I'm talking about with this. Russell's not a heavy ISO player. Russ holds the ball a lot, but he's not
screen and roll.
He's who with who? Clint Capella?
Fucking Capella.
Why not?
That's what he do.
That's what he was doing with Steven Adams.
Yeah, but you saw
and they signed Tyson, and they still got Fareed.
But you saw what it was in the playoffs, though.
It worked.
Now he can kick out to some shooters.
Exactly. We haven't had shooters. He had Robinson last time and fucking Ferguson.
Look. Ferguson and Grant. That's who was shooting three.
Now when I drive, I kick out to Harden.
Wait a minute. I'm not upset at the opinion that is going to work, but all of these guys that you talking to me are unproven in the playoffs.
How do you unproven?
All of them are.
Eric Gordon's unproven.
All of them are.
Harden's unproven.
Eric,
Harden unproven.
Yes.
Got
G.
What?
I mean,
we went to the conference finals. That's it.
Twice. How much more proven can you be?
When he go twice?
The first year that they won, he went when they came back from 3-1. The first year the Warriors won a ring when everybody died. The Rockets came back from 3-1. They was in the conference finals. He went twice.
Sorry. But James Harden and his team is going to be a footnote in history.
He went 3 times because he went to the finals with OKC.
Yeah, but he wasn't the guy on OKC. He was like the fourth option.
He did ball out in that conference.
But he didn't ball out in the finals.
He didn't.
He ain't never balled out when it mattered. That's why I call him Small Game James.
I disagree with that.
Small Game James Harden.
In Game 7 he had
Small
like 30.
Game James. Stop it.
Look, they're going to be much better. And then when it comes down to Game 7, it's not going to be all on Harden. When Harden can't score or he's looking frustrated, you think Russell not going to take the ball and go get 2 points?
I don't know.
Oh my goodness!
No.
He's been manufacturing points the last 3 seasons. What do you mean?
He hasn't been though. That's a lie. That's a lie.
What
the OKC?
What has Russell averaged the last 3 years? He's averaging a triple double.
Yes, but what was the OKC offense?
That's 20 plus 10. So that's manufacturing points.
The OKC offense was here PG, you take it. Here Russ, you take it.
That's what we gonna do with Harden and Russ. Here you take it. Here you take it.
Yes.
Every now and then Austin dribble. Every now and then Eric dribble.
But the difference between Russell Westbrook and Chris Paul is Chris Paul knows that he wasn't the primary option on offense.
I think Russell Westbrook knows that too.
Chris Paul was trying to get his where he can. I have to see it from Russell Westbrook.
He did it this year. He took a step back, did he not?
No, he didn't though.
How?
He shot 65% from the free throw line. If he shoot 85% from the free throw line, he averaging 25 points.
Fair.
That's
fair.
That's a different point.
That's a different point. That's a different point.
No, it's not.
He let PG average fucking 28 points. He took a step back.
He didn't let him average 28 points. He was having statistically the worst shooting year he's ever had in his life.
That's what?
He was having one of the worst shooting years he's ever had in his life.
Okay, good point.
So what are we talking about?
Didn't Paul George have one of the better shooting careers that he's had in his life?
Paul George was a better player than Russell Westbrook last year.
No, he wasn't.
Yes, he was.
No, he wasn't. The man who averaged triple-double was the best player on the
Top
team.
3 MVP voting.
He shouldn't have been on there.
You're lying.
Jokic should have been there.
You're lying.
Jokic should have been
Still
there.
top 5 MVP voter. Where was Russell Westbrook in MVP voting last year?
Stop. Hold on, stop.
You're lying.
Stop.
You're lying.
Stop. It should have been Jokic it should have been Embiid and then KD and Steph Curry. Want to know why? Because if we gonna give MVPs out for people who win it, because that seemed like what happened to me when they gave it to Giannis, then that means the motherfuckers who top higher in the seeding, not the person on the 6th seed, need to be in there. In my humble opinion.
You're wrong. In your humble opinion, you're wrong as fuck.
Also, Kawhi. Anybody besides PG. PG should have been nowhere near that shit. Period. Nowhere near that shit. It should have been James Harden.
How Kawhi the MVP
Giannis,
when he played 62 games?
Listen. It should have been James Harden, Giannis, Jokic. Extended it, Embiid, pick Steph Curry or KD.
Can't argue that.
You've been fucking hating on Steph Curry.
I don't like them. Stop. I don't like watching this man play basketball. If I want to watch Steph Curry play, I watch WNBA. That don't mean that. Hold on, wait.
Fans, do me a favor. Wait, fans. One second. I got a challenge for the fans. If one of y'all can go back to any of them conversations last year where we was talking about MVP and you hear this man mention Steph Curry, send me a clip of that.
I said he shouldn't win.
Send me a clip of that.
I said he shouldn't
win.
Send me
a clip of that and I will send me a clip of him saying that Steph Curry was top 5 in MVP voting in any of them MVP videos that we had last season, and I will Venmo you, PayPal you, or Cash App you $20. I'm sorry, not $20. I'll Cash App you $5.
I said he shouldn't win.
No. The reason why I say not 20 is because every video that we named that we talk about MVP is named MVP discussion. So it ain't that hard.
Listen. I judge shit off
stats. Send me that clip.
No, stop. I judge my shit off stats. That's why Harden should have won it to me. But it seems the way people lean towards it is whoever is the best player on the best team. That seems the way it leans towards it. Because other than that, why did Giannis have it? The man averaged 36 points.
And Giannis was top 3 in defensive player of the year.
I don't give a fuck. One person averaged 36 points and
the other person was top 3 defender in the league.
He shouldn't have been in there. I don't think he was, period. He should have been in there. Harden should have won it.
Harden
scored 30 points 30 straight times.
Harden shouldn't have been in there.
And
you're going to get me kicked out of here, by the way.
My bad.
Harden shouldn't have been in there in the first place.
And Harden. Wait, listen. Stop.
Top 3 should have been, but he shouldn't have won.
Let me say this. And Harden should have had Klay Thompson's spot on the all-defensive team. He's one of the best post defenders in the league. And he had the most pass deflections and was second in steals. He should have took Klay Thompson's spot on the all defensive team.
So I guess AI.
He got 17 votes for all defensive team. He should have been on the team.
So AI should have been all defensive player of the year too because he led the league in steals.
He had a discussion. He was on the Stephen A. show saying that he thought he should have been on the all defensive team.
And guess what? He fucking lied.
And actually, hold on, wait.
I haven't seen one never know top tier defender in the league.
He was one of the best post defenders for guards in the league last year. Go look at the stats.
But you can't look at the stats.
Hold on, one sec. Paul George played 77 games last year, had better numbers than Kawhi. More points, more assists, and more rebounds.
That's cool.
But Kawhi deserved to be better over him in MVP voting?
Listen.
How you rationalizing that?
Kawhi was on a team that had the second best record in the conference. If we gonna do this off of winning, if that's how we gonna judge MVP and not off stats, if we gonna judge it off of winning, then he should have been in there. I judge it off stats, me personally. But it seems like I don't know how the league doing this.
If we judge it off winning, then Giannis should have won it.
That's cool. But PG shouldn't have been in the top 3. Jokic should have been there. That's my point.
That's what he's saying.
That's my point.
I know. I'm sorry. Jokic's team is much more balanced. Much more balanced.
Gee, Jokic gave you like 20, 12, and 8.
But
he had the numbers.
His team is running a much more balanced offense. OKC was pick and roll.
Stop.
Dribble, Paul George, or
Did you think before the season last year the Nuggets would be the number 2 seed in the damn West?
That was not
exactly. So if we gonna judge it off of winning, if we gonna judge it off of that, if you're gonna give y'all MVP because they had the best,
then that means that Jokic deserving of
Let me talk. That's fine.
That's what he's saying.
That's fine.
That's what he's saying. No,
if we gonna judge it off that, if we gonna judge it off that, if we gonna judge it, if we gonna get an MVP to who was the best player on the best teams, then why the fuck was Paul George top 3 with the 6th seed in the damn West? Jokic should have been there. Period. And then Embiid should have been there. And then somebody from the Warriors.
You want to know why?
Period.
Because of the same reason why the Rockets got the 4th seed.
Yes.
Is the same reason why Paul George is top 3 in MVP voter. Because when you vote for MVP, you don't vote on the last game of the
season. They didn't even win 50
games. Shut the fuck up and
the
listen to what I'm saying. Shut up and listen to what I'm saying.
The Thunder didn't even win 50 games. It
listen to what I'm saying. It don't matter. If OKC would have randomly ended up in the top 3 seed.
I have no issue with that.
Okay then.
They would have won 50 plus games.
When do they vote for MVP? When do they vote for MVP?
Exactly. That's the issue.
So when do they vote for MVP? 2 weeks before the season ends. So shut the fuck up.
2 weeks before the season
They
ends.
don't vote for MVP went on the last day of the season. They vote for MVP 2 weeks before the season ends.
That is true.
Exactly. So
But still, hold on, wait.
So stop.
At that point in
So
time,
stop.
the Thunder. Hold on,
So
no. 2 weeks
stop.
before the season, then the Thunder were also like 7th and 8th. They moved up to 6th because remember the Clippers were 6th. Actually, they were like 7th and 8th.
And like I said,
there was a game or two.
Regardless,
between the top 5.
Regardless,
Cam, you feel what I'm saying?
Regardless, Jokic was the
Stop
number
it.
1. Okay, so Jokic was the number 1 seed at that point. Excuse me, at time. So why was Jokic not voted in?
Because
That's even more to my point.
No,
because the Nuggets were the number 1 seed at that
I
point in
understand
time.
your point. However, the seeding, and I can understand the confusion there, but I don't know that Jokic throughout the year was having an impactful season as Paul George was.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Who was the best player on this? He was the best
shake my
player.
hand.
Are you serious?
We might have disagreed about the Scottie thing, but we brothers
He was
in
the
arms
best
on this.
player.
Let's get it.
On the best team in the Western most of the season, but he didn't have an impact?
Again, it was more collective. That was more team effort, right?
Thank
You're
you.
talking about the
Motherfucker,
team.
somebody
No.
on Russ, somebody on PG team averaged a triple-double.
Again, you're right.
No, look, listen.
One player,
listen.
yes.
If you look at all NBA,
One player, yes, but
if you stop,
you told me
stop.
Steven
If
Adams
you look at all
regressed.
NBA,
You told me Steven Adams regressed last year.
but if you look at all NBA,
So your third
if
best
you look at all
option
NBA,
regresses.
listen,
Your third best
and
option
listen,
regresses.
And listen, if you look at all NBA, who got 2 All NBA players? The Thunder, right? Who Jokic have All NBA with him besides Jokic?
One Jokic All NBA this year?
That's it.
Okay, that's beside the point.
You talking about former All NBA? I told you
No,
once to step back.
no, I'm talking about this year.
That doesn't mean the
This
collective,
year.
the collective as a whole.
I'm
Yes.
saying,
That doesn't
I'm
mean
saying,
the whole.
listen.
I understand how you're trying to break it out, but with all NBA, don't
Thank
get me
you.
wrong. I understand how you're trying to break that up, but that still doesn't mean that the rest of the 12 guys in Denver were better than the 12 guys
Thank
in
you.
Oklahoma City.
That's fair.
I get how you're trying to break that out. Paul George had a more impactful.
I disagree
you.
with that.
Thank you, Cam.
No,
he was
but I
playing
don't,
more. He was playing against better guys.
Thank you, Cam.
I don't agree with that.
Thank you,
I
Cam.
don't agree with that.
And every
I
night,
honestly
and
don't
also,
agree
and
with
also
that.
every
They're
night,
both in
Paul
the
George
West.
has to be the best player,
best-
and also he had to be the best defender on the floor every
He had
single
to play
night.
the best
I
defender
don't
on the
agree
Am I
with
wrong
that.
about that? Did Paul George not have to be the best defender on the floor every night?
I don't agree with
Cam,
that.
I'm
Jokic
asking
went out
you.
there and
That's
gave
true.
you
So he still went out there and gave you
10,
28.
He gave you 20, 10, 7, and 1.
Again,
And it, like, look, I'm
the
just saying,
stats
but
don't tell you everything.
I
Thank you.
understand what you're
Thank you.
saying.
Tell you
I
everything.
watch the games. I understand what you're saying, but this is why we need a fucking formulate thing for MVP.
There is no how.
Listen, but
How?
listen. If we giving it to people and we gonna reward with it when it comes to MVP, why the fuck is Paul George, who is in the 6th seed in there over Jokic? I can't understand.
Why is Harden, who was in the
Just trying to
4th
break it
seed,
down
in there
for
with Jokic?
He averaged 36 points and he won 53 games.
No, by your logic, Steph Curry and Kevin Durant should have been above Harden because they
No,
had a
they
better
shouldn't have.
record.
They didn't have 36 points. And
Why
I
did
said
he
they
average
can't-
36? You just put him in top 5
And
MVP
listen.
voted. Actually, even
And
put
listen.
Embiid over there.
Who?
Embiid.
Over who?
Embiid was a top 10 defender in the NBA last year.
Yeah, but the
Still
Rockets
gave
won
you
more games than the
23, 11,
Sixers.
2
The
blocks
Rockets
and a
won more
steal.
games than the fucking Sixers.
And Embiid played shorter number of games. How many games did he play?
I don't know, but
compared
it's
to-
exactly.
Okay, so what? They had a higher seed than
No,
the
they
Rockets?
didn't. They didn't.
They had a
didn't
higher
win more-
seed than the Rockets?
No, they didn't. No, they didn't. They were the 4th seed, right?
No, the 76ers were the 3rd seed. Your man's Kyrie was the 4th seed. That's why he got his ass.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay. Still, they won more games. They won 53 games. I'm sorry. Still, I never thought last year. I thought Jokic should have been top 3 in MVP voting, and I was disrespectful that they didn't put him top 3 in MVP voting. I'm sorry. I understand what y'all saying. Look, Paul George had a great year. Defense, yeah, it was amazing. Whatever.
If you talk, but by your logic, either Jokic. I'm sorry, but by your logic, either James Harden or Paul George need to, actually, by your logic, both James Harden and Paul George need to be out of that conversation.
No,
yes,
not by my
'cause
logic.
I'm putting Giannis,
Because
I'm putting Giannis, Kawhi, and I'm going to put Jokic in that conversation. If that's your logic, then.
Because I think Harden should have won the shit because he averaged 36 points and dragged the team and did way more with less.
Drag that team.
Listen, he did way more with less than anybody else did.
That's bullshit.
Harden had the best individual season in 30 years.
So Jokic had a better team than Harden?
Yes.
Debatable.
Team, yes.
Debatable.
Team.
Debatable.
Team, yes.
Debatable.
Team, yes.
Well, that's
Debatable.
why-
Top to bottom
it's
team,
debatable.
yes.
It's not that
Paul
debatable.
Millsap and Chris Paul are like this to me.
Okay, that's so.
Clint
so
Capella.
that's a wash.
So the next best guy on the Jamal Murray, Clint Capella, is a wash.
Then what about everybody else?
The guy next in line, wash.
Murray
Actually, I take that back. Eric Gordon, 3rd option, better than Jamal Murray.
That's debatable. That's really debatable.
Murray's not. Gordon, I love Gordon. He's not better than Jamal
That's
Murray.
debatable.
What?
That's debatable.
What
Aaron Gordon not better than Jamal Murray?
That's debatable.
Y'all wild.
That's debatable.
Aaron Gordon is better. Oh, even if you say it's debatable. Fourth in line, Clint Capella. Who after him? Gary Harris better than Clint Capella?
Debatable.
That's my point exactly.
Listen.
Everybody after Jokic on his team was as debatably as good as the players that Harden had on his team.
But the thing about this is, they didn't play out the fucking year. That's the issue. They missed it.
That's not true. That's not true.
Capella and Chris Paul was out.
That's not true.
Capella missed the first.
Capella missed like a month.
Kawhi Leonard was out a bunch of games.
Exactly. That's cool. That's why I said
Giannis didn't miss no games.
But listen, yes he did. Giannis actually played like 70 games, and Harden played actually more games than Giannis, which is also why.
No, I'm saying he telling me.
Listen, and listen, Harden also played more games than Giannis also too, which is why I also said Harden to the winning streak. He was out there every damn night. I think Harden missed like 2 games all season. Giannis played like 70 games.
Yeah, but no, he didn't.
Yes, he did. He played 71 games. He played 71 games last year.
Let's verify the facts.
Giannis, 72 games last year.
Okay,
James
so
Harden, what did he play? James Harden last year, 78 games last year. Shut the fuck up.
That still don't mean
And gave
MVP.
him 36.
So
he had the best individual
basketball season. So how did Giannis' team happen to win 10 more games than him missing 10 games?
Because they have a better team. Harden had the.
Go look
they have
up
a better
Giannis'
team.
team win-loss record without the man. And
They have a better team. They had a better team and a more healthy team than what the Rockets had last season. James Harden had the best individual season you've seen from basketball player since Michael Jordan when he won every single award.
So it was better than Steph Curry.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
Drugs.
As an individual season, yes, it was.
Harden season last year was better than
Yes,
Steph
it
Curry
was.
than MVP season.
Yes, it was. Did Steph score 33 points 33 times?
Yeah.
No, the fuck he didn't. Shut your ass up.
Harden season last year was better than Steph Curry.
Yes, it was.
Steph plays in streaks, man. Steph plays in streaks.
In his unanimous MVP season, he played in streaks.
In streaks.
Did he score 30 points 33 times?
Sit out, and then they have to.
The man is 403.
I don't give a fuck. His team was so good, he set out fourth quarters. His team was so good, he set out fourth quarters.
He was so good, they set out fourth quarter.
The bench didn't help. You want to know why? Because look, they were up 33 in the playoffs.
How many minutes a game last year did Harden play?
They were up 33 on the.
I'm asking you a question. How many minutes a game did Harden play last year?
This is why he deserves it. His team wasn't as good.
How many minutes did he play in that all last year? Steph Curry played 30, I think, 2 minutes per game last year.
Because his team was so good.
No, because he was that good.
Because his team was so good. Because his team was so good.
It's the reason why he was the only unanimous MVP in NBA history.
He shouldn't have been. That was bullshit.
It wasn't
his team
bullshit.
was so good.
It wasn't bullshit.
Listen to me.
It wasn't bullshit.
Listen to me.
Last year, you're lying.
Had a 33-point lead in the playoffs, right?
LeBron, the year he almost won unanimous MVP, was better than James Harden last year.
What happened?
LeBron,
Shut your
yes,
ass
he was.
up, G.
Yes,
No,
he
he
was.
wasn't. LeBron has never had a season better than what James Harden had last year. Ever. And LeBron is a better collective basketball player. James Harden had the best individual basketball season in 30 years last year. In 30 years. In 30 years. You have not seen a player do what Harden did since Michael Jordan when he won every single award. The only argument is Kobe when he averaged 35.
So you thought Harden should have won back-to-back MVPs?
Yes.
I think that's why they didn't give him to him, because he won the year before.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, I think
that's bullshit.
I think that's why
that is utter complete bullshit. And they did my man bogus, and I will never forget about that. And I need an NBA vote because I would not let that shit happen. I would not let that shit happen.
You just vote for Harden just
I'm
because?
voting for Harden. Nah. But like, look, this is my thing, MVP, right? I feel so many times, what are we judging it on? To me, I give it to the best player in the league. Whoever had the best season in the league, and also to me, MVP is who did more with less around him. I feel to be the most valuable player, you have to go out there and have less around you and you still perform, in my humble opinion.
But if that guy who has less around him has a hell of a year, Paul George, let's say, it doesn't beat a season that, like Giannis. I mean, it was Giannis or Harden last year.
I think Harden should have won it.
It was Harden or Harden.
I think Harden should have won it.
Giannis or Harden. But again, that's what the MVP comes at. The best story of the year is not always the best player.
Exactly, like
it's
that's that bullshit. That's that bullshit.
That's what it comes down to, though.
That's that bullshit. I don't like.
If it could have went either way.
No, it should have went hard.
It could have went either way. I mean, Giannis. What did Giannis average? 27.
The same stats he averaged last year. The only thing that changed was his team got better.
No, they started winning. He got better.
His team got better. They added Brook Lopez. Chris Middleton became an all-star. Bledsoe became damn near borderline all-star.
Only became an all-star because he was playing on a
His
team.
team got better. His team got better.
No, stop it.
Only thing that happened was your team got better around you.
We saw how overrated Bledsoe and
your
Middleton
team
were
got
in the
better
playoffs.
around you. Middleton wasn't overrated. He was decent.
He was not decent.
He was decent.
No, he was. I told that man was going to average 25 a game. That
I don't know why you thought that.
17.
You lied to yourself.
Because he averaged 25 the year before. I at least thought he would average 20.
In one round.
And he averaged 17 this year.
In one round,
In
he
3
averaged 25.
rounds, he was not good this year. I'm
was
sorry.
cool. He was Middleton.
Middleton was an all-star because Giannis was an all-star. That's what that was.
The Bucks team, to me, draws comparison to those Cavs teams. Those Cavs teams that LeBron played with when he left. I think Mo Williams is about equal to Chris Middleton.
Mo Williams is Chris Middleton. Oof.
About equal.
You hating on Mo?
Oh, so Mo better than Chris Middleton?
No,
I think I wouldn't even rate both of those guys, but Chris Middleton disappointed me in the playoffs.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you,
He
Cam.
disappointed me in the playoffs. I was questioning why he was a All-Star in the All-Star game because I didn't see it. I didn't see that going into the All-Star.
That's fair.
So you're wilding, man.
I'm not wilding.
But all right, man. We got any more topics? You got any other topics you want to discuss, Cam?
What did you answer my question? Is Paul George and Kawhi Leonard, are they winning 82 games this year?
No, nobody's gonna win 82 games. We don't live in a climate anymore where anybody has the opportunity to win 82 games.
But you told me earlier that Paul George is the best two-way player in the game, right? And then you guys ran out of the room when I said Kawhi Leonard wasn't.
No, Kawhi is. I think the best two-way player in the NBA right now is Kawhi Leonard.
Okay.
I think that the second best two-way player in the NBA is Paul George.
Okay, so the Clippers have both.
Yes,
top two-way players in the league.
The Clippers have both, but the difference is Paul George is a more prolific scorer to me and in spurts than Kawhi is, but Kawhi is a better consistent scorer than Paul George is. I think that this Clippers team, they're going to have a tough time figuring out that dynamic for the first 22 games of the season. And I think right before, like maybe 5 games before Christmas, it'll click. And then we'll really get to see what this team is going to be. So therefore, they're not going to win 82 games. I think in their first 22 games, they're going to wind up probably going like 16-6. So immediately, they're not going to get to 72 wins. I think they'll wind up losing 16 games more throughout the rest of the season, or at least anywhere between 12 to 16, and end up with 60-plus wins. This Clippers team, he and I said it many times last year, with just Kawhi Leonard by himself, is a 60-win team. You add Kawhi Leonard and you add Paul George to the team that already in the NBA had the best bench and already had a starting lineup that was fit to compete in the NBA but wasn't fit to win championships. But you add 2 of the best two-way players in the NBA, 2 of the most dynamic scorers in the NBA on this team. You got a guy that averaged 28 last year and a guy that averaged 25 last year. You had a guy that averaged Paul George last year gave you 7+ rebounds a game last year. Kawhi Leonard 7+ rebounds a game. Both best defenders, both giving you over a steal a game. That's amazing. You adding this with Patrick Beverley already. I think Zubac is a baby Gasol that needs some development. Probably going to take about 4 or 5 years before he actually hits his peak. But I think this year he will be underrated and people will sleep on him. He will come back better. I think Trez, depending on where they want to play him, will come back better. I don't think Lou Will is going to come back better, but I think Lou Will stay the same. You got a team that's formidable against anybody. And I think Landry will come back way better.
I think they're missing a point guard.
I think Patrick Beverley is that point guard.
I
don't think they need a facilitator.
They need a facilitator. That's exactly what they need.
And that's what I don't think they need.
I don't want. Beverly is a defensive point guard. We'd agree on that.
Yeah.
Lou Williams is a shooting guard. We agree on that.
Yeah.
Is Kawhi Leonard can bring the ball up and facilitate?
No,
Paul George can bring the ball up and facilitate.
Paul George can.
Kawhi can't do that shit.
I don't want.
Paul George can.
I don't want either one of them doing that.
Paul George can't do it either.
They can. They can.
They shouldn't.
I don't want either one of them doing that.
But even if you like Landry and you think Landry can fit that role, Landry's a decent playmaker.
Landry's a shooter,
but he's also a decent playmaker.
He's a 3-point scorer.
But he's a decent playmaker too.
I haven't seen that.
He's a decent playmaker.
I wouldn't go into the season expecting that.
Say great. He's a decent playmaker. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if halfway through the season Landry started at point guard because Doc is like, I need some more dynamic.
That's the point guard they're looking for. That's exactly what I'm saying.
But that's why I said you have Landry there. As a backup option,
Landry's a scorer. He's a scorer.
And even Lou Will. I think what we'll see a lot of at the beginning of the games for the Clippers is a lot of PG Kawhi Leonard, ISO type of ball, running them around screens, trying to get them wide open mid-range shots and mid-range opportunities. I think Patrick Beverley is going to be the person that brings the ball up the court the majority of the time. And I think that from there, they'll initiate their offense. If you look at this Clippers team last year, they didn't have a facilitator. Shea was not a facilitator.
He was not.
Shea was a scoring point guard. But the only thing that team was missing last year was a go-to scorer. You have two of them now. Mm-hmm. You have two of them. Both of them are ball handlers. Kawhi Leonard was bringing the ball up court sometime during the finals.
He was. Don't get me wrong.
And he was also a hobble.
They can't do that.
According to PG and Kawhi, they were both hobbled last year.
That's why I want to take the ball out of their hands. And I don't
why? Why? You got two of them now. They were both playing with
that added burden. I don't want them.
It's not an added burden though. When you got Trez coming off the bench that's going to want to score, you got Lou Will coming off the bench that's going to want to score.
I said a facilitator. I didn't say a scorer. They need a facilitating point guard.
I don't think they do.
They need a Ricky Rubio-ish guy, not him. They need an ish.
I don't think they need that though.
Guy.
I don't think they need that. I really don't think they need that. I think that they will be fine with what they have. I think that Patrick Beverley is the perfect point guard to play with Kawhi Leonard and Paul George because I don't need anybody taking the ball out of their hands. I don't.
We'll see how that works out.
I don't. And even Russ, I would love to see the amount of assists Russ had to PG every year. I guarantee you 1 over 3, 1 over 4.
No, Adams was his guy, but
exactly. So it's like you're not missing that much. You really not missing that much, and you got Doc. You telling me Doc ain't a competent enough coach to be able to figure out how to scheme to get these guys open?
That's exactly what he told me. He said we have enough playmakers on the squad and this was last season. Before Kawhi and Paul George, that we have enough playmakers to get to that we don't need one guy to kind of dominate the ball. And I think that was just kind of an escape away from Chris Paul. That was an escape away from Chris Paul, who clearly dominated.
But even now, you don't have a Chris Paul type of ball dominant player on your team anymore. Think about it.
But you really don't. A lot of players are getting away from it.
But you really don't have that type of player on your team.
Down to, and we saw in the playoff. Granted, they were playing the Warriors.
Yeah,
we saw that they didn't have that guy to get Danilo Gallinari some buckets. They didn't have that guy to put it. They were expecting Lou Williams and
you covered the playoffs too, right?
And Patrick Beverley.
Did you cover the playoffs?
Get them guys the ball. Yeah,
you covered the playoffs too for the Clippers, right?
Yeah.
Right. I don't feel like it was. I'm not putting that on Pat Bev and them. Danilo went out and got locked up by Draymond or Iggy. Mm-hmm. Lou Will went out, got locked up by Draymond, Iggy, or Clay. And Lou Will also wasn't in rhythm half of that series because of the fact that there was so many bodies being thrown around them.
This is to my point.
But if you put PG... Okay, so this is my question. You put PG in...
a point guard who can get these guys the ball in their prime optimum scoring positions... That makes it easier for them to score.
Yeah, but usually when Lou was on the floor, Pat Bev went on the floor. Lou was on the floor running point guard.
You're still ignoring what I'm saying to you. You're still ignoring what I'm saying to you. Gallinari can't get locked up. He's not Scottie Pippen or Kawhi Leonard, who's going to get his own score. Who's going to get his own bucket.
Scottie Pippen not going to get his own bucket.
He needs somebody to get him the ball in the optimum scoring position.
I honestly felt like that was. This is my honest assessment from watching those games in person.
All of them guys.
Is that it was not about a facilitator. It was about those guys not being able to play at the level at which you needed them to play in those moments.
And why was that? Why was that? Because they're being asked to do more than they're comfortable doing.
Lou Will all season long was asked to be the primary scorer. Danilo all season long was asked to be the secondary option.
He was asked to score.
That's what you asked him to do in the playoffs.
People the ball and score.
I feel what both of y'all saying, right? Okay.
It's like it's but you're literally adding two of the best playmakers in the NBA. Paul George and Kawhi.
They're not
even if for themselves, they're two of the best playmakers in the NBA.
Listen. I feel what he's saying. He's saying like, okay, Danilo maybe wouldn't have gotten locked up, or Lou wouldn't have gotten locked up the same if you had a point guard who knew what their spots were and could like get them some more open looks. That's what you're saying.
Exactly.
I know what you're saying by saying is okay, you have Kawhi and PG. Fuck all that.
You don't need to get them in buckets.
Look, listen.
Put them in the mid range.
They're going to need somebody.
You don't.
Listen. I agree with you. I think that the main thing that the Clippers missed in the playoffs last year was just like somebody who could just give them 25 points. They didn't have that. I also think that to like your point, because they didn't have that, if they would have had a Ricky Rubio type or a Chris Paul type, somebody who can like facilitate the offense, it would have took some pressure off some of those guys and maybe made them have easier nights. But I think the fact that they have two guys who are such dominant ISO players, Like you can throw the ball to PG and throw the ball to Kawhi. Remember like when Kyrie and Bron, when they came back from 3-1, they really just give you the ball, move out the way. Same thing I'm saying with the Rockets. You can give Russ the ball, you can give Harden the ball, move out the way. I think that in the playoffs, first of all, 80% of all plays come down to isolation anyway at the end of the play. Eventually, you have to ice and take somebody off the dribble. So the fact that you have Kawhi and PG on the court at the same time, you can kind of get away with not having a main facilitator and playmaker. Okay. But I do understand your point, and I do get your concern. I do get your concern, though.
It's going to cost.
I'm not saying it's invalid. I just think that when you have two dynamic scorers and playmakers for themselves like that, it's going to open up shots for the other guy. There was nobody that you could throw the ball to other than Lou Will, and still Lou Will's 6'3", 6'4", or something like that, that you could throw the ball to and say, I need a bucket right now, go give me a bucket. You put Lou Will up.
Lou Will ain't 6'4", G. Lou Will like 6'2".
Even if Lou Will's 6'2", whatever, Lou Will is still as prolific of a scorer as he's been off the bench. Is not a prolific scorer in the NBA on a night-to-night basis when you need him to be the guy.
Every night, yeah.
So every night, in the playoffs, when you match him up against Andre Iguodala, when he has to switch out against Klay Thompson, even when he switch out against a Steph Curry is either his height or or taller than him. It's still a body there. It's not like Lou Will was going out and playing against the Kings or somebody where you ain't really got nobody to defend him. Right. That first round, they played against great defenders the entire round. And you also had to deal with Kevin Durant dropping 30 to 50 on your head every night. Danilo still got to be out there in possessions against Draymond, KD, Klay, and then come back and score. They had a game in which they went 7 of 30 from the field. That's not about facilitating. That's about you not being able to hit no shots.
Kind of. All them shots are rushed.
They weren't rushed. Danilo missed a ton of. Go back to that game and rewatch that game. Danilo missed open shot after open shot after open shot.
It might not be the shot where you like wanted to have.
So you replace Danilo and Lou Will with PG and Kawhi. You good.
We're gonna see what happens.
You good. Seriously, Kawhi beat the Warriors. Kawhi
didn't know.
No, wait a minute. Whoa. Kawhi, Van Vliet, and Kyle Lowry beat the Warriors. Kawhi,
Serge and Gasol too. Don't do that. Don't do that. Stop that. It was a full team effort. It was a full team effort.
Siakam was getting off.
Exactly. It was a full team effort by the rap. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Stop it. Kawhi Leonard, Kyle Lowry, Fred Van Vliet beat the Warriors.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. You see Siakam. You ain't see
smooth.
You ain't see Serge. You ain't see Gasol dominating the boards. It was a full team effort. It was a full. No, stop.
Siakam was about as effective as Lou Will was in that series. It was smooth. Stop. Don't forget, Lou Will still had some good games in those series. It's just his games when he was really bad. He was really bad.
Stop. It was a full team effort by the Raptors to beat the. It wasn't again. I thought Kawhi had a subpar series. I thought Kawhi by that point.
While still giving you 30.
But listen though, I thought Kawhi.
It was quiet though.
Exactly.
It was quiet.
A quiet 30.
It was
when
quiet.
Scottie Pippen ever give you a quiet 30?
But you can give somebody. But look. Even still, I thought that what Lowry did was louder than what Kawhi did. I honestly did. In those fourth quarters when I needed something to happen, Lowry was the one who I saw navigating and making something happen. Go back to Game 6. Go back to Game 4. Go back to these games. When I needed something, I saw Lowry was the one making something happen.
Lowry had one good game, but
every game they won, Lowry was good in. The games they lost, Lowry sucked in. Every game they won, Lowry was good in. Go back and watch Game 6. I promise.
And 15 points is good. I mean,
that's good. What you want from Lowry? 30?
I want to
from Lowry, bro.
For Lowry, that was good.
But see, hold on, wait. But see, now you going back to thing with what TPJ saying about Scottie. Because you saying just because Lowry didn't give you 28 points, it wasn't that good.
I didn't. That's not what I said. I'm not expecting a lot from Lowry. So you're saying. So I was trying to give you. So for Lowry, that was good.
Literally, I said before the series, this is what I expect from Lowry. Peak Lowry to me. Give me 15 points. Give me 4 to 5 rebounds. Give me 7 to 8 assists, and give me 1.5 steals.
You were happy with his performance.
Played great.
You was ecstatic.
Played great.
You were ecstatic. I see how you're basing that.
He played great. He played great.
Okay.
But I mean, what are we at? 2 hours now?
I'm not tripping. This is actually, Cam, I just want to say
it's a great episode.
And this is no offense to any of our guests that we've had for the past 12 weeks. You probably You and shout out to the homie Dewan Smith, because that shit was hilarious when he said that
Jawan.
I'm sorry, Jawan, not Dewan. Jawan, sorry, I'm drunk. No, you've legit been one of the. I just like when we get guests that even though you only had one beer, we can still just like go bars, you know what I'm saying, and yell at each other and scream at each other because we passionate about the game. Some people come through there a little bit quiet, a little bit timid. They don't want to jump in there. You had no problem with that. You can come back anytime. For real. I respect that.
Sounds good.
For real.
Appreciate that.
So go ahead, get your plug in. Let's get out of here.
LA News Observer, that's who I write for. Check me out. What's Good in Sports? That's my website. Everything sports, boxing, football, all day, all year long. Twitter page is What's Good in Sport on Twitter. Voice of the Fans also, and then Voice of the Fans on Instagram.
Okay, so real quick, you said football. Give me your football predictions for the season.
I ain't put down the season. I ain't made my predictions.
Who's your team? You got a team?
I'm a Dolphin fan.
God damn, it sucks for you.
So yeah, it does suck. So I have to watch it all in NFL to kind of enjoy it.
20 years.
It's been bad.
So at least who are your top 3 teams that you're looking at to going into the next season?
Going into I'll give you this. The best questions of the year for me that I'm looking at. The top questions of the year. What I want to see. I want to see what the Cleveland Browns do.
I think we all do.
They have the probably top 3 receiving core in the league. So I'm interested to see what they do with Baker Mayfield, who throws it on the money. I'm really interested to see how that shakes down. Interested to see what Kyler Murray does. Is that going to be a story past week 6, or is
I'm not gonna lie. Who is Kyler Murray and what teams he play for?
Arizona Cardinals.
Okay, I didn't see. I was really tapped into the NFL. Like you can ask him. You can come down here. It would be 6 games up at one time. It would be 1 on the big screen, 4 on a small one, and I'm gonna have my iPad up with another game. And then once all that Kaepernick shit happened, I don't fuck with the NFL no more. So I'm gonna try because he's settled out and supposedly everything is good and hunky dory. I'm gonna try this season to get back into it. But you can literally ask him. I used to literally watch the NFL all day long, and last year I completely checked out of it because I didn't like how they treated Colin Kaepernick.
Well, yeah,
so that's why I say I didn't know, but still,
there's a backstory behind what happened to Kaepernick.
Even more? You got some more info that we don't know? Please tell us.
I mean, this is a basketball show.
That's fine.
You guys want to talk football? We can go do it.
Hey, we actually this season, we're gonna start doing a morning show every morning at like 7:30 in the morning called the Morning Brew, where basically we're gonna be very similar to Hoops and Brews, but it's just gonna be more of a lighthearted version where we get up and we more so like kind of like what you wake up in the morning and see. Then Hoops and Brews will come after. Mm-hmm. We'll invite you to the Morning Brew. We're gonna talk about everything on Morning Brew, entertainment, NBA, NFL, all that stuff.
Okay.
So you come through one morning, early in the morning, get some hot takes off.
It sounds good. The last story, I just leave you guys with this. The last story, obviously, the Rams.
The Rams, yeah. With
the Rams and the Chargers, I'm interested. Just one question: Who's going to have a better record, the Rams or the Chargers? That's going to be a good.
Really, you think the Chargers going to be that good this year?
Chargers going to be solid.
Chargers, really? Who do they have?
Who do they have?
No, that's a serious question.
I mean, like the Melvin Gordon situation.
Obviously they got Melvin Gordon still, Rivers, but who else do they have?
I'm sure they like to have Melvin Gordon, but they don't have to have Melvin Gordon.
Okay.
I'm sure they like to have him, but their defense is solid. They brought in some veterans. Between Derwin James, who's going to be a stud. They got Bosa, who's in his future.
Oh, they got Bosa? Okay, they got Nick Bosa.
Be a stud. So and then they brought in some experienced linebackers, so to shore up that linebacker core. But the Chargers are going to be solid. And then the Rams have some questions that I like to see answered. They changed their offensive linemen. They lost about 15 years of experience on the offensive line, replace them with about 3 years of experience. Mm-hmm. How's that going to play out?
Yeah, especially with TG.
Offensive line is key. And then Todd Gurley. Now, Gurley says he's comfortable. I was at practice the other day. He was running comfortable, so he looked comfortable, but how long is this going to last? How serious is this knee?
I mean, he didn't have surgery in the offseason?
He didn't have surgery in the offseason.
Yeah, from that perspective, I am worried because although I didn't follow the NFL tough last year, during the playoffs, I did try to tap in, and I was looking at TG, and I'm like, he don't look the same. Yeah. So if he didn't have surgery and you just letting it naturally heal, I hope it don't come out. He don't come out and tweak it in the first couple of weeks, and then we in a situation where we in last year.
That's a question. But they drafted another scat back behind him, so kind of ease the pressure on him. He's definitely not going to get the 400 or 300 plus carries that he got the last couple of years. But
good, he don't need to.
They're gonna take the pressure away from him. But can they avoid, as a team, the Super Bowl hangover? Go to the Super Bowl, lose it, and then they fall off the next year. Can they do that? So those are a few questions that I'll be watching this season. And I do have a podcast, Voice of the Fans, on iHeartRadio, Spotify, Tuned In, Apple and Google Podcasts, where I talk football every week. Every Wednesday you can find Voice of the Fans.
Perfect, yeah.
on those.
Perfect. I'm gonna actually try to get back into the NFL season some more this year. Like I actually was a huge football fan, and literally that Colin Kaepernick shit just made me legit check out from the game. When
Michael Vick went to jail, I was kind of like doing it honestly.
So now
Vick went to jail. That was
it was a long time ago.
That was like after that it was like it's kind of robbed me.
Okay.
I saw a quarterback who looked like me, who like played the way like I would play if I played quarterback. When he went to jail, it was kind of like
why he had his name in the house or his house in his name, where his boys.
It was dumb.
Where the boys are doing.
It was dumb. It was dumb.
Fighting.
Somebody said TPJ get another co-host. Pavy need to go to rehab. Dude, that is fucking hilarious. But all right, y'all. Thank you for watching Hoops and Brews. We appreciate it. Shout out to our special guest Cam. Thank you for coming through. We appreciate it. Much love. You will definitely be invited back anytime you want to come through and let us some hot takes. Let us know, whether it be on the Morning Brew or on Hoops and Brews. We got a ton of shows that we can put you on. We appreciate you for coming through. As always, it's your boy TPJ. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram at ReelTPJ. That's ReelTPJ. It's a film joke. If you don't get it, you dummy. And as always, Hoops and Brews. Stars rapper extraordinaire. Pavy, go ahead, get your plug
as always,
in.
Man, follow me on Twitter at PavyWord, PavyWord, all one word. Pavers Volume 2 is out right now. Whoispavy.com. Go get that.
Yeah, also, he's got his own. He debuted his pilot for a show to link up. We haven't shot a second episode for the link up, but
if you guys like it, we will make sure we get a second episode shot.
Yeah, you can get to see.
Y'all go check out me hanging out with women and have a conversation with them.
We debuted a new show that he shot. That we shot a while back called The Link Up, where he take models out to lunch and have a conversation with them at lunch.
Like
so make sure you go check out The Link Up. Also, I debuted my vlog. It's on my own channel. If you go to our community tab, you can check that out. We might start putting it on the HNB2 page as well as some more other programming. Make sure you go check out the newest episode of Highlight the Shade, which is now available on the YouTube channel as well. Make sure you go and check out my last episode of the new show in LA, which is all Clippers basketball talk.
How many damn shows you got, dog?
A lot of them. That's what we do.
You staying busy.
That's what we do. We make content.
Hey,
that's what we do. We make content. That's why we got you. So anytime you want to come through on any other shows, feel free. We appreciate you guys. We'll get up with you next time. Sorry for everybody that was listening to us on a live stream. We're experimenting with new technology and new devices. We just bought a new live streaming camera. So we're trying to get it to the point where we can actually be able to live stream as well as record simultaneously. Give everybody that watched the live stream one experience, and give everybody that listens to the premium version of the podcast, etc., another experience. So we appreciate you guys. We're going to test it out, continue to test it out during the summer. Continue to leave us feedback. Shout out to the homie I Am Graham Vlogs for donating. You donated 3 times this episode. We appreciate you. One of our best fans, one of our greatest fans. Shout out to everybody that donates to us. You help keep us going. You help keep the lights on. You help keep the beer in the fridge, and you help keep the equipment coming, the show getting better. I remember 2 years ago, we were literally sitting on a card table with 2 mics that were terrible and 1 MacBook. And now we got my man Cam coming through. We got writers coming through. We got former players coming through. And we're doing it. So shout out to y'all. We appreciate you. We'll get up with y'all next time on Hoops and Brews. We'll holler at y'all next week. Peace out.
Riding around with my first round. Hollywood is going down. Fuck with me and we can hit the town, and you can disrespect and get the Uber now.